What kind of book you working with over there?
The cheap one from Amazon because I didn't know if Paige would like it.
So
Because I
you're like,
told
why
you
not?
I
Or
haven't I
why
haven't like
waste?
I didn't have books. Yeah, so I was like, I had this idea um last year. It's like Paige just like I don't she liked baseball, but she didn't like fully like understand it, I guess. And I guess I wasn't explaining it in the best way, and like she wasn't fully understanding why certain moments were intense or like whatever. So I was like, well, maybe she'll get it if we like I teach her how to keep book. And she's got like this thing of like bunch of different colored markers, and I was like, let's just send it. So I got like cheapies, like little Franklin ones,
Nice.
and they're pretty average, but gets it done on my. You got that nice one I told you to get, right?
Yeah.
The Rawlings one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. All right, dude.
Let's see.
Gonna make sure we're synced.
Yeah. 1 second.
Got that stupid Lilo and Stitch song stuck in my head.
Nice.
That's on everything right now.
All right. What do you got? What do you got to? Trying to find this graphic I made for tonight. Throw it up on the old YouTube.
Throw it up.
There we go.
It's like a commanding victory today in fantasy. I'd love to see it. Just a 94-point day to end the week. Still got 3 guys to play tonight.
Didn't get the ever elusive 100-point day though.
Oh, well, I still got 3 guys left.
All right. Teach me what I need to know
Teach
here.
you how to Dougie?
No, just what I need to know.
All right. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Anybody on? If this is your first time keeping book, hit us up in the chat.
I was promoting this to start at 7, so it's possible people are still
That's fair.
pulling together.
Still trickling in.
things.
First, I mean, let's just get your lineups done. Get your lineups in.
All right.
So pick what side. You're not dual sided, right?
No.
Like single side. Yeah. So pick what side you want. It won't say home or away, so you just gotta kind of pick which side you want to have.
All right. So just go fill out Mets here.
Yep. Get Mets in there. Mr. Lindor leading off, playing short. And for those unfamiliar, I'll keep mentioning this as people hop in. Jersey numbers aren't like super important.
No.
I don't think that's a big deal, but you definitely want to know your position numbers. And if this is your first time keeping book and you have a book, your first page typically has a little cheat sheet telling you what number is what position. So
I've already messed up.
how?
I skipped a space. I had Alonso hitting cleanup.
Oh. Figure it out, guy. So you just got to flip?
No, I erased it.
Oh, that's right. Forgot you. We're going pencil. Pencil, people. If this is your first time keeping book, I recommend pencil.
All right, so filling out the lineups 1 through 9. Luis Angel Acuna hitting 9th. Welcome to the folks trickling in. We are filling out our lineups. At least that's what Nate's telling me to do here.
Get your lineups in.
As I myself learn. Flipping over to the Yankees here. Goldschmidt leading off.
Yeah, that's what he does against lefties.
Grisham hitting 2nd. Judge in the 3-hole. Bellinger. Volpe.
Dive bomber coming in.
I hear that every time we're on here.
That's right. It's my favorite.
Wait.
What's up, guy?
Peraza?
Yeah.
Didn't he just get hurt?
Cabrera.
Oh, right.
We had an Oswald and an Oswaldo.
That's right. All right, I got my lineups filled out.
All right, you should have a pitcher spot down at the bottom.
Yep.
Got that?
Yeah, I got that. I got to fill it in.
Up to you. It's not a ton to do on that side of things, but it's up to you if you want to. Sorry, almost done.
My goodness, I need a pencil sharpener, dude. I know you don't recommend these us first timers. Hi from Montana, Matthew, Melissa, Noah, and Silas. Got the whole fam here to learn. I love that.
How
about that? Sorry,
from
I
Montana
just
too.
saw the comment.
That's huge. I should pull up the comments. Guys, if you have questions during this stuff, definitely throw them in the comment section. Because this is a little tricky. And again, I do recommend, Kyle just mentioned it, pencils are going to be your friend if it's your first time. It's just, you're gonna make mistakes. It's going to happen.
What happens if you're prone to making mistakes, but you have the dullest pencil? I mean,
you don't have a mechanical pencil?
Actually,
guy?
no.
2025.
No. I take it back. Okay, I've got options here. I've got this
number 2.
I've got Meredith's, this nice little floral pencil here, but it doesn't have an eraser. But I have an eraser on this one, so I may just have to.
Yeah, I got
Page's double dip
work pen here. It's nice and pink. Anywho, all right. If you relate to this, make sure to get your lineups in. We got first pitch coming soon. It's very important to know your numbers to the position. So if you're in your book, your first page is always going to have a little cheat sheet where it'll have field positions. And I'll scroll to my first page so you can kind of see here. That is what it's going to look like. So you're going to have a breakdown and it's going to tell you what positions are what. So, and for those who know, pitcher is 1, catcher 2, first base 3, second base 4, then it hops over to 5 for third base, and then 6 for shortstop, 7 in left, 8 in center, 9 in right. And the reason for that being is because shortstop used to be an outfielder back in the day. So that's why these numbers are a little wacky. And then as baseball developed, that shortstop became an infielder, and that's the reason why it's all wonky. But those numbers are extremely important. That's how you are going to basically score almost everything that happens in this game. So, Kyle, up to you. We are watching a game on TV, so pitch count isn't something I'm going to keep because it's right there on the screen. It's up to you if you want to keep it. Some books will have a pitcher section down at the bottom that you can like kind of fill in and just tally for every pitch. I mean, look,
Yeah.
that's how we used to do it. I learned how to do this in high school. And that's the only way you either had that or a clicker to count pitches. And that was important. But when we're watching on TV, you got a pitch counter right there. I don't see necessary. So totally up to you. The most important and difficult things are going to be what happens to your lineup and each game and everything. So we're going to try our best to keep it synced. You might be a little bit ahead, a little bit behind. Apologize for that. We're all watching in a different way. There's not really too much we can do about that. But Kyle, do you want to make sure you and I are at least synced up? What are you seeing right now?
They're showing highest on OPS by right-handed batter in the season.
Tell me when you switch off of that, because you might have to pause for like a split second.
I don't think I can. You may need to be the one that pauses because the ESPN.
I know, but I'm behind you. I can't tell DirecTV Stream to speed up. They
switched it off.
Oops.
We'll be all right. We'll get it.
Oops. I don't think I can either.
We'll get it figured out.
DirecTV, man. That's what I get for canceling my stuff and stealing other people's logins.
Not terribly important. Just want to make sure we don't get behind on the scorekeeping here. We can figure out the sync once it gets going. But what's going to be our what are going to be our first markings that we need to prepare ourselves for?
What you mean markings?
Just like what's going to be once first pitch goes down, are we just going immediately to the ball strikes? Is there anything else outside of the names that I have to have down?
Yeah, that's it. That's
got the lineup filled.
For those looking, you got your names, you got your positions in there. It's up to you if you want to do jersey numbers. I don't see a huge need for it. Completely up to you. I don't have the Mets jerseys memorized. I got the Yankees, but that's about it. But yeah, you should have. There's a couple different versions. Kyle, can you show your book? There's a couple different books that are a little bit different. Kyle's going to have like individualized, get nice and close. Kyle's going to have individualized balls and strikes, boxes that he's able to like draw a line through or check or fill in, however you want to do it. Some books look like that, and then some books look like this. And these are the cheapies. I got a cheapie one. There's nothing there. It's just a B and an S. So I'm just going to do little tallies next to each one. You want to try and keep everything pretty small. You're not gonna write anything too big, because even after that player does something, there are times where you're gonna have to like almost come back to him at times, especially if he's on base. There's other things that you're gonna draw in his box. So make sure that it's not totally. What's going on with my camera here? All washed out. Make sure that you're not totally like taking every space up. But yeah, that's about it, dude. You're not doing anything crazy. You're just like keeping balls and strikes until they put a ball in play. Is that a little better? What is it doing?
Get close to the camera. I think it's no. What did you do, man?
I didn't do anything. It's getting worse. Look at that thing.
It was the book. It was when you put the book up.
I know. Should I do it again?
I don't know if that's going to fix anything. There we go. Stay. There we go.
I'm going to have to show that quite a few times. So we'll see.
Maybe we limit how close we get to it.
Yeah. I blame you.
All right. I'm just filling out my positions here right quick. And you may have already mentioned this, but for the newbies, I mean, I'm just going number position because I know them, but no harm in just putting down regular positions, right?
You
Like
can put,
next to
like,
the
in
roster
lineup,
name.
in the lineup spots. Yeah, you can put the regular positions. I think if it's your first time, definitely put the number just because it's easy to reference back to that.
Fair.
Just to help you memorize, because when you see a fly ball to right field, you may forget is what number is right field. But if you know Judge plays right field and then you see a 9 next to Judge's name, it's just a little easy reminder. So
that's fair.
Yeah. And then obviously DH, you're just going to write DH. There's no number for that, if anybody's wondering. So you got your seeds, guy?
I do.
Your seeds on you?
Shout out Chinook. I went tonight. You
Apologize
thought I was...
for any mouth ASMR tonight, by the way. I'm going to try my best not to.
You thought I was going with cinnamon toast. I decided to mix it up. I got 2 on deck in case...
I got 2 on deck.
In case I blow through the first one.
Sure.
I'm going to go... I got Parmesan and pepper. Shout out Chinook.
Good.
And then dill pickle.
I also have dill pickle. And then
dill pickle's a good one.
My goat. Jalapeno ranch.
Jalapeno?
Yeah.
Jalapeno ranch.
This lighting. It's like pissing me off a little bit. Figure it out. Lock it in, camera. Chinook.
Shameless plug.
All right, I'm going in. I'm not gonna go crazy. I could feel the cheeks like a chipmunk, but I'm in public, kind of, somewhat. If you're in the chat, hop in, man. Hop in. Let us know where you're coming from. If it's your first time, if it's been a long time since you kept book.
In the chat, I feel attacked. Brendan says, starting to question if someone is authorized to wear the baseball guy hat with his things going so far. I'm not sure if that's implying that because I'm learning to keep book.
It's possible.
I mean, I can be a baseball guy and not entirely know how to keep book. That's all right. That's why I'm here. That's why we're doing this.
It's possible. Shots fired, Brendan. I like it.
Brendan's a good one though. Brendan follows our stuff, enjoys our stuff, so I don't think it's a personal attack. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. By the way, speaking of baseball guy and baseball girl hats in the shop. Another shameless plug there. The 3-0 Take shop.
You gotta let me know about the.
All right,
I'm self-conscious about chewing seeds too close to the mic.
It's fine. We're not recording a podcast. Nobody's like. We're just hanging out. It'd be no different than if you're sitting next to your buddy at a ball game, right?
Yeah, just 40,000 people yelling to help drown it out a little bit.
That's fair.
You know.
What's your stream looking like right now? It just showed free. I'm seeing free throw warm up pitch.
Warm up pitch just happened. Graphic just went up. I'm slightly behind you, which is probably a good thing. All right, guys. If you're just now getting in, make sure your lineups are in your book. Make sure you got all that down.
Yeah, make sure those lineups are in.
If it's your first time doing this, I recommend a pencil.
Yeah, I've already messed up. The game hasn't even started yet.
Which is crazy. It's hard to imagine.
I skipped a space, by the way. I'm not like writing.
You actually bring up a really good point. So the reason there is a space
you're welcome.
In between lineup names is in case that guy gets subbed out.
Correct.
So that's why there's 2 lines. It's rare that you'll have a third guy fill that position, whether it's a pinch hit or a pinch runner or whatever. But that's why there's a gap. So maybe solves a future question.
All right, first pitch is coming up. So these little boxes here.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 boxes.
I don't know what boxes you're referring to.
The little tiny boxes.
Those are balls and strikes. That's it. Just balls and strikes.
Okay, so strike. So what am I doing now?
I'm just going to check that strike box.
I don't know what do you mean?
Just check, fill it in, draw a little line through it, however you want to do it.
Then what do I do for a ball?
Put it in the ball box. Balls are only going to have 3. Strikes are only going to have 2. That's it. So count as 1-1.
There's a circle and then 5 squares. What is that?
You don't need the circle yet. I'll show you what the circle is later. Your 5 squares. Your 3
Oh, right.
balls,
I
your
got you.
2
Gotcha.
squares
Are
are
Okay.
strikes.
Gotcha.
Because after that, whatever that last pitch is, you're going to write that result. So you're 1-2 now.
So the 2 boxes up top are colored in now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What happens when there's like a 10 pitch at bat and there's like
Nothing.
a million foul?
Foul balls do not count until you have, obviously, it counts to get you to 2 strikes, but yeah, we don't write anything in for the book.
Excellent. All right, we're up to speed here.
So you're just chilling.
I panicked.
You did. You were freaking out for a second.
I didn't know. No, I mean, first 3 pitches in, I'm like, okay, so where do I put the strikes at?
The boxes, yes. So again, if you want to show the camera, there's boxes for Kyle. I don't have boxes, but the line where there's 3 boxes, that's for balls. With the line where there's 2 boxes, that's for strikes. So
right so far.
Yeah. And it's up to you if you want to do it like Kyle and fill it in that way. If you just want to draw a line through it or an X.
Yeah, I don't know if I like
whatever's
to fill
easier
in
that way.
Seems
I
so
don't
much.
love the fill in personally, but yeah.
I may undo that. All right, so we got a. Looks like we got an F8. So where do I put I put that in the middle of the diamond, right?
So you're going to put that right in the middle of the diamond. F means fly out, guys. So that's why we're putting F8 under Lindor. Now, to answer your question from before, that circle in the corner, you have a circle.
Yep.
That's where you put your outs. So just go ahead and put a 1 there.
Because he was the first out, so 1 goes in the circle.
Yep. So you have an F8 in a circle in the wide. There you go there.
0-1.
Oh, there goes the camera again. Freak out.
So really, for those at home.
0-1 on Juan Soto.
Yep, 0-1. So really, if you get like behind a pitch.
It's tough. You got to keep up.
No. But what I'm saying is like in the instance where I didn't know what I was doing that first AB, like I didn't know where I was putting the marks.
Mm-hmm.
If you kind of like panic there, you're able to catch up as long as you get the count right. Because there's no way to know like the order of the pitches. That doesn't matter. It's just as long as you have the count
right
by the end of the at bat or by the result of the at bat.
Right.
So we're 2-1 now. So little two X's in the ball line.
Yep.
Little 2-2 action. All right, I'm getting the hang of this.
There you go.
Our Montana family, thank you again for joining us. Thank you for everybody in the chat who's joined us so far. I think we may have some stragglers. I would venture to say we'll have some stragglers coming in who know how to keep book, or
just hang out and watch again.
They've already learned,
cool
or they know they're not going to make the intro, so they're just going to come hang out and watch them ball with us. I'm sure
that's fine too.
They'll straggle in.
Again, if you got questions for book, just throw it in the chat. Should have been a punch out, but all right. Keep it moving.
All right. We're off to a nice easy going start here. I like this. And Nate, for the people at home, remind the people the letter and the number that play corresponds to.
A fly ball to right field, so it's an F9. Fly out to right field to the position 9. And then don't forget to put your second out in that circle.
Yeah, I can't believe I panicked, dude. Like I didn't even know where I was putting the balls and strikes to begin the game.
Yeah, I figured you had that part down at least.
I didn't. I just see 5 boxes and I got really confused.
Oh no, our Montana family doesn't have service for ESPN.
Oh no.
Figure it out, ESPN. Our people in Montana like baseball too.
Yeah, what the heck? All right, we got a little 1-2 action. Man, you really do got to keep up. Holy
I told
cow.
you.
Jeez.
You'll be locked in the whole way.
Mad props to the moms and dads that used to do this for all of our games, man. I can't even
It was
imagine.
my mom. My mom did it for all our games.
True.
She had this down. She knew how to do this before I did.
And that was like bunch of little idiot 10-year-olds running around.
I know.
That must have been chaotic. Here's a question. Should a ball be caught in foul ground? Does that impact markings at all? Or
No.
the result that you're writing down?
Nope, still that position.
It'd still be F9
Yep.
had Judge caught that. Okay.
Yeah. And for infielders, believe it or not, I put P for pop-up. So if it's a pop-up to the third baseman, I'm going to put P5. I don't put F5.
Is that normal?
Yeah.
So, like, do people actually do that, or is that just a thing that you do?
No, I mean, people do that. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways that you can keep book. But yeah, I mean, that's absolutely, it's common to do it that way. My book example doesn't do it that way, but I like to do it that way. We got a full count on Peter. And for those still wondering, once you're at 2 strikes, foul balls do not have to be put down in the book at all.
Oh, boy. To the track. All right, so that's a 3.
7.
To our Montana family, you can still, honestly, Nate, correct me if I'm wrong here, but like you could still, well,
What?
I was going to say, it'd be different if they like forgot the book, but could still watch the game. Like you could still learn, but I don't know how much they enjoy
Yeah, it'd be tough. Well,
sticking around.
It's up to you if you want to narrate every single pitch. But all right, so before you flip card, you obviously have the rest of your lineup that didn't hit there, right? So
Starting with Vientos.
it's up to you. I like to cross it out. So what I do is I draw a line right down the middle, and I'll show you in a sec of what I do in the middle of my scorebook. So I'm going to draw a line just so I know that inning is over.
Ah, okay.
So
I like that.
That way, when I go over and I come back to this scorecard, reset. There we go. I know that I'm going to start there in the second inning. So I always draw a line to finish out the lineup for that inning once it's done.
So you're starting
So you can draw a line, you can squiggle at it, or you don't have to do anything, but you'd be surprised if you don't put anything, how many times you end up putting that next batter one inning back on accident.
I would definitely do that. That's a good call.
I like my line. And then you're done with the Mets side of things, and you're going to flip it over to the Yankees side. How we doing, guy? Any questions?
Doing good. So in the chat, Brendan says, I always use P for infielders, as you do, Nate. For foul flyouts, he was taught to use FF9.
That works. Definitely works.
I like that.
Totally a preference thing. Do you ever get when you throw them back like the powder?
The powder, yeah.
The seasoned powder?
Little plug for Chinook Seedery. The powder, I tell people this all the time now. The powder from the cinnamon toast flavor that they have, it's like its own snack. Like you finish the seeds, but then you get to the end of the package.
For sure.
And it's, I mean, I kid you not, I would put that on top of like some
Sprinkle on some cereal.
or something, man. Crazy. All right. Flipping over here.
We got 0-1 to Goldie.
0-1 to Goldie. Yep. Did you put anything for Freed at the bottom? You just kind of keep track of.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll show you how to end his line when he's done pitching.
Oh, right. Because you said you're not keeping
Yeah.
pitch count. Sorry, I'm distracting us here. 1-2 on Goldie. Ooh, okay. So this is interesting.
There you go. This is your first ground out.
Not so fast.
That was a little boot. Let's see what they give it. I think it's probably going to be a hit.
It's Goldie, though.
You'd be surprised how quick that dude is.
Actually,
he moves pretty quick. All right, I got it on mute, so I don't know.
Seems like the lumbering type.
What
E5.
E5. All right. So E is obviously error. It's an E5.
Where do we put that? In the diamond?
You're going to put it in the middle of the diamond, and then you're going to draw a line from home plate to first base for Goldie.
Because that's where he got to.
So that's where he got to. Then 0-1 on Grisham.
0-1 on Grisham. All right. We're keeping up. I like this. Oh,
So
I guess
E5 in the middle, and then a line from home to first for Goldie.
I kind of did this dumb. I didn't do front and back of one sheet. I started on the back of the dummy key.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's not terrible. You just got to flip pages.
Same concept. Yeah. Well, really, all I got to do, I'm just flipping back and forth, like flipping over. That's all I have to do.
That's what you want. That's all I got to do.
Oh,
Back
okay.
and forth. Yeah, that's how you want the setup. The worst is when you flip pages. It's a pain.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. So I did do it. Right. Okay. 2-1 on Grisham. That's an F8. It's a fly out to the center fielder. And the first out.
Nice.
The
Remember
bottom
that out
first.
in the circle. Perfect. I know I wrote it down earlier. I didn't realize McNeil was playing center. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, yeah. Seemed like the turnout seems like the turnout this weekend for old rivalry weekend was pretty good.
Solid.
I was watching
Friday
one of
was
those
jamming.
Yeah, I was watching one of those rundown recaps on MLB Network earlier before the game started, and Meredith commented when it was just skipping through the games, she's like, was this like a great weekend for attendance, like around the league? And I was like, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the parks look pretty packed this weekend. 2-1 on Judge.
I think it's kind of smart because it's like more often than not, those rivalries are pretty close. So you get like best of both worlds where you get both fan bases there. Obviously, in New York, it's a lot easier.
Keywords more often than not. Red Sox and Braves, not exactly.
Not a rivalry. Is that just because of the Boston Braves thing?
Yeah, it's like the MVP baseball 2005, if you remember, and it would list like your team's 3 top rivals at the bottom. And for the Red Sox, it'd be like Yankees, and I think the Orioles was the second option, and then I guess they panicked and were like, "Oh, let's throw the Braves in there."
Whatever. That's weird.
3-2 on Judge.
I don't know how I feel about that Jordan sleeve.
Hate it. I actually can't even see it. Any questions in the chat, as Nate mentioned, just
Yeah,
drop
holler
them
if
in.
you got questions. It's all good. This is it's a little tricky at first. Once you get the hang of it, it's like, Kyle, you're gonna be good by halfway through this game.
I had a feeling. Yeah. A little muscle memory kicks in.
Perfect.
All right, help me out here.
All right, ground rule doubles. I don't put down ground rule doubles. I'm just gonna put 2B
Sure.
under Judge. It's for a double. So I'm gonna put 2B in the middle of that. I'm gonna draw him to second, and then obviously I'm gonna draw Goldie all the way to third. He's got to move up.
So I go back to Goldie's at bat and
exactly.
Bump,
You go
and
back
bump
to,
him to third.
Go back to Goldie's at bat and keep filling in his square or his diamond to get him to third.
Oh wow.
Judge is at second. So that's what I mean by like that's why I wanted you to get the scorebook you did. You got a one to belly.
Oh, one to belly.
Because you got more room. You'd be surprised how much stuff you're gonna write in. Because like if you want to keep track of like RBIs and stuff like that, and yes, I'm RBI's camp, not RBI. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Can't cancel me there. But yeah, you'd be surprised how much stuff you're going to want to kind of write in to boxes after that guy has already hit.
Question. On my scorecard, there are...
You can circle that in. Yes, your 1B, 2B, 3B home run.
At the
Is that
top
what you're going to ask? Yeah.
of each box,
If
yeah.
you don't want to write it in the middle, you can circle that. So
I kind of
Kyle's saying
I like
is
writing
like,
it in.
yeah, if you have a scorebook that has 1B, 2B, 3B, HR at the top, you can actually just circle those for whatever result if it is a hit. And
All right.
so you're going to get a nice little RBI, 2 RBI double for belly. So same thing, you're going to write a 2B in for belly. Draw him to second. Now, when you draw in Judge and Goldie, I just like to fill in my diamond around that marking. So I can very clearly go back and see that he scored.
So did both guys score there? Okay,
Yeah,
so
both
Judge
guys
scored. Bring them around.
So it's up to you. I like to fill in my diamond around whatever the result of that guy's was. So like, for example, I still want to see the 2B for Judge, but I also want to see that he scored. So I fill in the diamond around that 2B just so I can quickly look back and see that someone scored.
Sure.
So Volpe did have one ball, and then he hit a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop threw it to first, so that is just a 6-3. That's all you need to write.
And then you put the 2 in the little circle.
And then you put the 2 in the little circle for the second out.
In your experience, is that little out circle, is that pretty universal across most scorecards? Like
yeah,
where
pretty
you
much
would write
always
the out?
have like an out. Yeah. Believe it or not, I don't remember having that when I was in high school. We used to have to write that in, but
Dominguez 0-1. I'm gonna have to revisit what you were saying. I mean, I don't want to jam us up here, but I'm gonna have to revisit what you were saying about the filling in thing around maybe after this half.
yeah, I'll kind of show you. Mine's a little messy.
I just didn't know if you meant like shading a part in or if you just meant like the lines.
Yeah, I mean like the actual diamond in the middle. So when I fill it in, I fill it in like that. So you can see like you can still see the 2B or whatever.
Oh, so like a little bit of shading.
Yeah, you just kind of shade it in. And that way it's just easier to like quickly look back because you're going to have guys that finish on base that don't score. So I don't want to like go and make sure the diamond's all filled in. I just want to see it colored in, and it's easy for me to be able to check that score whenever.
Sorry, not to cut you off. We had a pass ball advance to third. So what's happening there? I'm just going to
draw belly over to third. Now, Brendan brings up a good point. I just don't have a ton of room, and I don't want to like overload you guys with how figured out camera. how you guys fill in your stuff, but like if you wanted to put, I don't know how that was marked because I have my game on mute. I think that was a pass ball. It looked like a pass ball. It didn't look like a wild pitch. So you can put PB on like the line where Belly was. So like if you wanted to put PB from that line from second to third,
Oh,
you
okay.
can.
Gotcha.
Just like above it.
So like a PB or a WP.
Yeah, wild pitch would obviously be blamed on the pitcher. A pass ball, PB, would be blamed on the catcher. So it's kind of up to you how you want to do that. Brendan likes to be able to keep stuff like how they got to that base and who was hitting during that time, but it's totally up to you how you want to do it. So, all right. So Dominguez goes 5-3, put out, and third out. Now, what I like to do, it's kind of up to you. I like to just draw a little line for Belly that he was left on third. So this little, where am I? Right there. This little line right there just means that it's like he was left at that base.
I like that.
And then again, if you're a little late and didn't hear this in the top half of the inning, I like to draw a line or squiggles, whatever, to fill in the bottom part of that lineup that didn't hit, just so you can see that that inning is done.
That's helpful for me because
You'd be surprised how
I would definitely come back and just pick right back up without even thinking about it.
100%.
Yeah, that's helpful.
So, and then if you do have like a line up here, up top, you can go ahead and write in the first inning scores. So Yankees got 2, Mets got 0. And then we're back to the Mets side. How are we doing, guy? You all right?
I'm
Chat.
up to speed.
Hop in the chat. If you got questions, hop in. It's okay. Don't be ashamed. This is not an easy thing to do right away, but once you get it, it's fun. You're just chilling. And you don't panic like Kyle if you fall behind a pitch.
Chill. Well, I'm a perfectionist, so I know it's my first time. Yeah, I know, crazy. I know it's my first time, and I'm probably not going to have a perfect book by the end, but I want it to be as close to perfect as it can be.
I wish I had the book you have. I can't stand this book. It's just too small.
Yeah, but knowing how to do it for you, you're able to make adjustments on the fly, knowing what you're marking.
That's what I was going to say. If you wanted to put 2 RBIs, there's some people have like an RBI spot under Bellinger, by the way, if you want to flip back. So you can do like 2 of those, like 2 tallies or write in 2, however you want to do it. Just so you know who got those. It's up to you. Hey-o.
Sit tight for just a second, grabbing this grub outside my door.
All right, fair. I think that's going to be marked as a hit. Again, sorry. If you guys are listening to us and them, I got it on mute, so I don't know what they're saying right now. I feel like that's going to be a hit. Kind of a tough play. Yeah, base hit. So for a base hit, you're going to go to Vientos. You're going to write 1B. And then draw a line to get him to first base.
What was the count on his, by the way? Was that first pitch swinging?
Yeah, I think so. I had it as first pitch swinging. What grub do we got, guy? What do we order?
We got some burger and fries, man.
From where?
Foster's Grill. I don't think it's a chain. I think it's just a little spot around here.
We good?
It's real good.
Like a smash burger type or like a big old
just
thick
class
patty?
Oh, char burgers. It's what they do.
Charbroil.
2-1 on Nimmo. Put a pin in that RBI thing too. I need to come back to that because I don't know if I see what you're.
You might not have it in yours. Oddly enough, I have it in mine.
Little 3-1 on Nimmo. Again, I'll try not to beat this horse to death, but if you do have questions in the chat, drop them in the chat for Nate. And we'll do our best to answer your scorekeeping questions.
Yeah, man.
And for those not familiar, I feel like I may have mentioned
real
this.
quick. That's a BB based on balls. So you're gonna draw him to first, and then move Vientos to second.
All I was gonna say real quick is for those wondering, I myself am learning to keep book as well. So it's really Nate driving the ship here, steering the ship. And so I'll probably have questions too. But in the chat, if you have questions for your scorekeeping, let him know, and he will do his best to answer.
Yeah, I'm easy. Hit me up. Fried doesn't look as sharp as he has looked in the past. Dude, I know I've mentioned this on the pod before, but like, I don't know if we have any Braves fans in the chat. We can see Brendan's logo in his username, but I haven't gotten to watch Fried, obviously the way that I have been watching now as he's a Yankee. Or is he just has he just been wildly underrated? Is he like pitching way better than he normally does? Like, it's
From my point of view, I think it was just there was always this threat of injury with him, so it was hard to just lock him in. I feel like
I guess like a ton of soft contact plus strikeout stuff plus like insane defensively. Like, the guy's incredible defensively. If you're into pitching, he is very fun to watch, and a really good move to first too.
Very.
Like, I think he leads the league in pickoffs since he came into the league. Just impressive.
Love a good pickoff.
I do too.
Or lefty pickoff, I should say.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for it. All right, 0-2 on Mr. Marte. 1-2.
I don't know, man. People in the comments on the TikTok that I put out to sort of promote this whole thing, they're like, "This is such an old man thing to do." I'm like, I kind of enjoy this. I'm not gonna lie. This is nice.
If you do it, what's great is doing it live, dude. If you do it live,
oh, I would love to do that.
It's nice.
Yeah,
especially if it's not like a super intense like night game. If you go to like a day ball game, there's not
Sunday
much
afternoon. Are you kidding me,
dude? When it's like not a packed stadium, you're just hanging out at the park and it's like somewhat full. It's a great time. It's a real good time. Yeah, Fried, man. I like this guy a lot.
Still 1-2 on Marte.
I got 2-2.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Get your burger, man. Get your eats in.
Trying. Tell you what, man. Okay, so here's a thought. Oh, that's a terrible call, Blue. What are we doing?
I'll take it. All right. This one's the first one that's a little funky. For those who have never done it before, you always wondered why it's this way when you see it in the scorebook on TV. If the hitter is looking and it's a called strike, it is a backwards K. If it's swinging, it's a forwards K. So you're going to write backwards K for Marte. And you'd be surprised how weird that is to write. If you're writing it for the first time, it feels very unnatural.
That was very weird.
And then again, just remember to throw that first out in Marte's circle in his box.
So here's a thought. Do you think there's a correlation? Because I'm sitting here trying to eat a burger. I'm trying to eat my dinner as we're doing this. Do you think there's a correlation? There you go. Get Andrew in a chat. Second in the Cy Young a few years ago when Sandy just went off and won by landslide. That's a valid point. Yeah, Freed's nasty. It's just that injury threat. It's from like a gut feeling. It's just hard to latch onto a guy where you're like, this could be the last start of the season. In my opinion,
I feel like that's somewhat overblown. But let me see.
No, I think
pull
you're
up his
right.
Baseball Reference page. I think he does. He's always due for like one a year, but it's not. I wouldn't put him on like Glass Now level.
No.
Then I feel like he gets Glass Now treatment. I mean, he made 29 starts last year. 2023 was a little rough. Then another. Where do we get there? Is that a check swing called? So that's
Check
a
swing
forwards
called.
K.
Yep.
It's a forward K. Another strikeout.
And the 2 next to the outbox.
And then before that, he had 30 starts, 28 starts in 2021. So like it was literally just 2023 where he missed some time and still had a 2.55 ERA. Like,
Don't judge me. I got this whole jug of ketchup here right now.
are you at least putting on?
Gosh, man, it's gonna take me 3 days to eat this burger.
I know. Keeping book is no joke, especially with this pitch clock now.
All right, so this was an RBI single. So
single, you make
just
sure you
going-
score Vientos.
Vientos coming around. Single. Was that first pitch swinging?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if Nimmo
It's
went
first.
to third.
No,
or
it's
not.
first and second.
Second. Okay.
Yeah, because it was in front of him.
Just no, it's not the best throw to home from Mr. Grisham.
All right,
And we got 1-0 to Luis Angel Acuna.
Oh crap! No, you're right. That was Acuna. I put
it on McNeil. See what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Oh,
It's tough.
if I didn't have somebody to like check me or like talk through this with, I feel like I would make so many mistakes. All right, so was that the second?
That's to second. So DJ LeMahieu flipping to Volpe at short. That's just a 4-6 put out. You don't have to put out, by the way. You just put 4-6.
Yep.
And then put a 3 there to end it. I like to draw a little line to show where runners were left. So I draw a little line on McNeil and a line on Nimmo.
But would you put that at the base that they were leaving from since they didn't reach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people draw it halfway too and then do that. So it's up to you if you want to do that. But
all right. So this thought.
And then I fill in again that top half of inning 2. I just draw in a line in those boxes so it doesn't mess me up.
True. I like that. Okay.
And then I'm going to put a 1 in inning 2 for the Mets.
Oh wait, that's one thing I haven't been looking at. So there's just a runs column.
Yeah, you should have like a normal
Runs, hits,
you see on
errors,
scoreboard.
left on base. Oh shoot, I didn't do that for the other ones.
You don't need to really worry about runs and hits just because obviously we're going to tally those up when it's all done.
But I thought you said you just put a 1 for the Mets.
In that inning. So like I have the innings across the top like that.
Oh, do I have that?
So I have a 1. See what I mean? Each book's a little different.
I don't know if I have that.
I know that I do have
version.
some Chinook seeds and
So
your
this
dinner time, so I respect the burger play. But
I know this thought that I'm trying to get out. Do you think serious question? Do you think there's a correlation between the decline of manual bookkeeping, or just like bookkeeping in general, because people are like, oh, I'll just put it up on my phone. I don't want to bookkeep.
Yeah.
And the rise in gourmet foods at ballparks. Because back in the day, it was just like your hot dog, your peanuts, something that you could easily manage with the, because I feel like a lot of people were keeping book back in the day. Just a thought.
It's a good thought.
Maybe no substance to that, possibly, but who knows?
I have the theory that like most people that keep book probably had parents that kept book or teammates that kept book. And now that it is all digital and it's all like game changer for those parents that like can't make the game, they can follow on the app.
Yeah.
I think that's like the new norm of how a book is kept. For live at games, could just be carrying it in there, man. They don't let bags in there. Some of these places make you have like a clear bag. Maybe you can't fit this big old book in there.
It's true.
Good luck on your dinner staying hot this whole time, by the way.
I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm already like 2 pitches behind. Oh, that's a heck of a play. Nope.
So that is a single.
That was 2-2 on LeMahieu at time of contact.
1B.
Little 1B for LeMahieu.
Draw him over to first.
The line to first. There we go. Give this a go.
Get after it, guy. Get a big old bite.
Don't worry about me over here.
Show me the burger. I don't want to see your mouth, but I want to see the burger. That's a good looking burger.
The heck of a burger, man.
That's a real good looking burger. That was a lot better than I expected.
I'll tell you. What is that supposed to mean?
Oh. That's a good looking bun. It looks like a nice bun.
It's a very good bun. Don't judge me.
Good brioche. Or is that a potato bun?
Potato bun.
Dense.
Don't judge me. I didn't grab any gosh, we're already
Napkins.
0-2. Oh my goodness. Slow down.
Oh yeah.
This
pitch
is
clock.
only I was gonna say this is only increasing my hatred for the pitch clock. This is crazy.
Tough to have a meal. What you got?
What was I gonna say? Oh, don't judge me. I didn't grab any paper towels for my dinner, so I just ripped off a long strand of toilet paper
Oh,
as a backup because that's the only thing I
Fancy.
could grab. Was that okay? Swinging strike,
that's a forward K.
forward K for Wells,
1 out.
1 out. Love that. Now we got Peraza up.
This kid can hit lefties. If the Yankees didn't treat him like crap for the last 2 or 3 years, I feel like this kid would have been pretty good. He got a fair shake at playing every day. I'm glad we're on mute right now. I don't have to listen to this in-game interview. No offense to Brandon Nimmo, but no disrespect.
No disrespect. I was hoping that could be our
First double play.
6-4-3.
Oh, well, just the first half. If anyone that was wondering, that's just a 6-4. And what you're going to do is you're going to put FC.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. So
For Peraza.
6-4, and then underneath it, FC.
FC for fielder's choice.
And then put the 2 there.
And then put the 2 on, go back to LeMahieu, and then put the 2 on him.
Oh shoot, you're right. Oh, that's weird.
I know.
I mean, it makes perfect sense, but just this whole going back thing is throwing me off. All right, so second out on LeMahieu. Do I have to do a line for him?
Yeah, I that's where an instance where I draw the line halfway from first to second and then draw a cutoff line to where he didn't make it all the way. And then that is a
Goldschmidt?
4-3 for Goldie on an 0-1 count.
4,
For out
3,
number 3.
3. think I'm missing something here.
What you got, Pa? What you got?
So Peraza made it to first. So I got the line there. Draw the dash there. What did you say you do for LeMahieu getting thrown out at second?
I stop the line as like I'm going to draw it from first to second, but I draw it halfway and then draw like a dash to cut him off. You feel? So like this.
Yeah, I got you.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, no, I got you. It's like the line you would have drawn had he made it a second. You just cut it off halfway.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and then I draw.
Get a burger in. Get a burger bite.
You're right. Wait, the
I'm worried
line.
about you.
So the line I do from Grisham down, correct?
Exactly. Yeah. Grisham down or Dominguez.
No, to Peraza.
Is what it should look like.
Wait a minute. Oh shoot! That I knew I messed something up.
You were writing it in
I went to
one, weren't you?
No, I went to the third for Goldschmidt's at bat because I just got to the bottom and then bumped over an
Bumped
inning.
it over. Yeah.
That's what I did. Okay, so 4-3. Let's just erase this.
That's
Third
not
out.
a terrible mistake, but glad you have a pencil.
Yeah, because you were like to Dominguez. I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, this makes sense now.
There you go.
And
Good stuff.
To think that I was going to try to use a pen for this. What an idiot.
Yeah. It's tough.
I like this, man.
So we got
The
top of
broadcast
lineup.
is already on. How?
Yeah. Top of the lineup coming up for the Mets. Get a burger bite in.
Any questions in the chat?
Can't believe we don't have any yet. Everybody just better have perfect scorebooks. Let me know. Let me know if this is your first time. I want to hear if this is your first time keeping book. And this is not our last time doing this, by the way. We're going to keep coming back for this.
There were a lot of people. I mentioned the TikTok I put out to sort of promote this.
Yeah.
Like last week or this past week. There was a lot of people in the comments who were like, yeah, dude, I keep book all the time. Like,
Love that.
surprising amount of people. Way more than I thought would.
I think it's just tough, man. I don't know. You got to sit for the whole game. You really got to get your stuff done in between innings, which is not always easy. And you've been on the East Coast. It's the middle of dinner, you know?
Dude, just doing this, I have no idea how you keep score with the pitch clock these days and try to go to the bathroom, like at a game.
Yeah.
You can't.
Nope.
Julie in the chat says, I want to do this again. First time. Shout out.
I love it, Julie. Thank you. We're gonna try to do this once a month and we're always pretty much gonna line it up with the Sunday night game. So we're gonna try and find like the best matchup of the month potentially, depending on our schedules. But we try to do it once a month. Sunday night feels like the right time. So we're never gonna do it during the week. And we're always gonna give you a little bit of a heads up. But like I said, once you get like you feel like you'll have the hang of it by the end of the game, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm already getting that. I mean, I will say it does help if you come into it with like the foreknowledge of like what the numbers are and like what the different outcomes like pop or fly outs, things like that.
Yeah. So that one's kind of a tough one with it being like somewhat of a fly ball, somewhat of like a line drive tweener. It's up to you. You can put an L9, you can put an F9. I put F9 because in my mind, it's like I need it to be hit pretty hard for me to put an L.
Is L an actual
Yeah.
like marking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like if he hits like a screamer right to the third baseman, that's an L5, right? So it's not going to be an F. I'm going to be...
Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah, he's gross, dude. I'm going to be shocked if we get out of this series without Soto leaving his mark somehow, some way. It's a tough matchup to end it, though.
I could see it being like a garbage time homer or something.
You think?
Yeah, for either team. Or like, you know, Mets could be up, Yankees could be way up. Yeah, but I think if he was going to do something impactful, it would have been that first game. Like, because he, you know, he had this series marked on his calendar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But kind of came out a little sluggish, would you say? I haven't been tracking how he was doing.
I think it just seemed distracted. Everything seems distracted. And he's as patient as ever. But he hasn't really hit anything hard at all. Hasn't been any scares. You know what he also has not done once? He hasn't shuffled once. Not one time during the series has he had like a shuffle on a take.
Are you seeing this sign right now?
I don't hate the comp.
The Soto equals Judas. That's
See ya.
all right. Backwards K. That's interesting though about the shuffling. I wouldn't have even noticed. Like I wasn't even thinking about that.
Not once, because the reason I was thinking is because he just had a really good take on 2-2 on that slider that was down and away. But my goodness, there's not too many. I'm not trying to just completely glaze up for it, Mr. Fried here, but like, there's not too many pitchers that make Juan Soto look stupid twice in an at bat, and he just buckled him twice. P.S. What do you think of these hats for the military weekend? They're nice, right?
I like them.
I feel like these are probably the best military appreciation hats I've seen.
One of the better ones for sure.
Like the light camo is nice, and then the flag on the side. I'm with that.
I know it's not possible for all of the events that the MLB tries to commemorate, but I like the hats that are passable for the majority of teams. Not just the hat where it's like it looks good for like a couple teams, or it looks like okay for a couple teams and looks like garbage for the rest of the league. I feel like this is one of those ones where it's passable.
Yeah, I agree.
For most teams, and it looks great for even some teams.
I don't know what it is. The older I've gotten, that like army green has really grown on me. Like in
You were
all
saying that
things. I used to hate the color green.
You were commenting on the pod logo hat that I was wearing, like the camo military green thing. You're like, I kind of like that hat. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Full count on Mr. Peter. Boone just never wears a hat that seems to fit his head. I don't understand.
What just happened?
They just call that a swing? Uh-oh, Mendoza's coming out.
Yo, this umpire cam is getting up in these dudes' grills, man.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
It cuts to the umpire cam and Pete's just like,
I was looking away. I didn't see exactly what happened. I just saw a ball going to the backstop.
Oh, it's a matter of
Oh, whether he tipped it or not?
what is he? Yeah, it looks like a tip on that full speed one actually, because it looked like it changed the
Yeah,
trajectory of the ball a little bit. Come on, you got to be able to hear that. Are they calling that?
they called it. So
So what is that?
it's still a K. If you want, um, some people will put in that it was a drop third strike. You can do that in a couple different ways. Like you can write a K, and then below that you can do like a 3-1, or excuse me, a 1-2-3 for catcher to first base. You can do like, um, a DT for drop third, like however you want to put it. I'm just gonna put 2-3. That tells me a 2-3 with a K tells me that's a drop third strike and out at first.
So you're putting the K, but or no, you're putting the K and then the 2-3 below it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that finishes out. That inning, and I'm going to draw my line under that. What I really like, I love seeing what's cool about like watching in a game and like doing the book is that you can see like very easily, especially when you get deep in the game, like how pitchers have worked against that part of the lineup.
Yeah.
So like the fact that 1 through 3 hitters right now are 0 for 6 against Fried, like it's very clear to see it in the book, which I like. So, and then if you got that inning by inning score line in your book, go ahead and write a 0 up there. Is it just me or are these commercial breaks flying?
Dude, I'm trying to like inhale this burger, and it's
Yeah.
been like 3 innings.
I feel for you. I do. All right, Trent Grisham coming up. What a year for Trent Grisham, by the way. I like. Can you take your Red Sox bias off and out, like, and not appreciate what's happening with Grisham? Like, been in the league for a little bit, and then all of a sudden just has found something, dude.
Real talk on that matter, though. What's up with these guys that roll into town with the mustaches and have like career revivals? Like we were just talking about Matt
Something about
Carpenter.
it.
We were just talking about Matt Carpenter the other day, having him retiring.
Something about it. I think didn't he have it in San Diego or no?
Maybe. I'm not saying he did or didn't. I'm just saying like kind of roll into town with this mustache. And you're like, oh, by the way, I remember I had a hit again.
I don't think he did actually. I don't know if he had a mustache.
I think he had a full beard.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a looking K.
It's a rough call, but
Backwards
one
K,
earlier, so-
one in the outbox. I'm getting the hang of this.
You're flying, dude.
Brendan in the chat. Games feel so much faster when you're scoring them. All the downtime people talk about in baseball doesn't exist when you're keeping a book. Oh
true.
gosh, so
It's true
right, dude.
because,
This
like-
is stressing me out,
Again, like if anybody can relate,
but I'm having a great time.
we're fine. I'm doing fine.
I mean, I just
anybody-
picked up the burger and it's already 0-1. Come on. What were you
If
saying?
anybody can relate, like if you have a significant other who like maybe just struggles to like understand the game or struggles to like stay locked in. I taught my wife how to do this last year and she loved it. And we did it throughout the postseason. And it helps her stay engaged. It helps her understand things about the game. And like when she's locked in, she's able to understand why those late innings get exciting and like has that drama filled. And before she would like just start locking in towards the end of the game. She's like, I don't get why this is intense. But now she's watching the whole game. She's getting the whole story. I'm telling you.
I'm doing my best to keep my my dinner time out of the mic. Apologize in advance.
I'm trying to not have these seeds just
The seeds don't bother me.
Yeah,
Like objectively, like if I'm sitting here watching us, the seeds wouldn't bother me. But if some idiot like me is sitting here trying to mow down a burger in between pitches, so I'm doing my best to keep that out of the way. All right, so was that the
5-3.
third?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 2.
It was a good looking burger, to be fair.
This burger's great. We love this place, and I hate that I'm having to like.
What's up, Alex?
Alex, what up? In the chat. I liked your idea earlier. In fact, it was the Montana family that joined us. They dropped in where they were viewing from. I need the people in the chat to let us know where they're coming from.
You'd be surprised how much joy that brings us. You remember when we started doing this? Like, I think it was like early, like 2018, 2019, when we first started doing podcast. We had some love from like Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we had someone in like Prague that was shouting us out. And I was like, yo, let's go. So we love it. It doesn't have to be as exciting in those places. It can be just plain old Ohio. No offense to Ohio, but
No disrespect.
no disrespect. No disrespect. It's going to be an ongoing thing for you. The fact that because if it's Sunday Night Baseball every time we do this, you're going to have dinner time in the middle of this game every time.
I'm just going to have to figure out a different option to eat. Like burger. I mean, burger was like not the worst thing to get.
Like a cold sub that doesn't need to be eaten in a timely fashion.
Yeah, but like getting a fresh char burger, that's tough.
There we go.
Julie in the chat hitting us up from LA. Love that.
It. Love it.
All right.
3-2 on Billy.
3-2. I'm getting the hang of this, man. I'm not going to lie.
I told you. By the way, if Belly keeps it up, he might be coming for that credit cannon soon.
Credit cannon? Belly?
Yeah. He's been looking a lot better the month of May. Like a lot better. Starting to hit the ball hard.
He was kind of
base hits in.
He was kind of booty last month, wasn't he?
Awful. I was looking at it the other day. He was like
little base on balls, little BB for Belly here.
He was like 16 for 70 something last month.
Not good.
And so far this month, he's already got 17 hits or something like that, 18 hits. BB, for those new who hopefully you have this down in your book, but BB is base on balls. And then if we do come across it, if somebody gets hit, that's an HBP, hit by pitch.
In between innings, for the people that have joined us maybe a little late, who either maybe need a new recommendation for a book or just need a recommendation for a book in general, maybe you throw out the one you recommended to me.
Yeah, the Rawlings book. What was it? 16, $17 on Amazon.
Oh, I think it was like, yeah, actually, maybe you're right. I think it was like right around 15.
Yeah, I don't put anything for pickoff attempts, by the way. I will put PO on that runner if he's picked off and is out. But I'm not writing anything for attempts. In case that was a potential question.
Sorry, say that again. You said for pickoffs only. You won't put anything for attempts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I mean by like going back, and that's why a bigger box, a bigger scorebook is easier, because you go back and write stuff all the time. Like if you want to know stolen base, if you want to know CS caught stealing, like, and they got on first from a single, like it's not just that. So that's why I like yours, because you have your hit outcomes along the top where it goes 1B, 2B, 3B, HR. you can circle that, and then you still have room to write stuff in the box below it. So that's why I prefer your book over the one I got. But I got the cheapy Franklin ones because I wasn't sure if Paige would even like this. So I was like, let me just get. They were like $5 on Amazon. So I was like, let me just get a couple of these. And that is a forwards K for Volpe in the third out of the inning. Drawing my line. And then putting a 0 in inning 3 for the Yankees.
They got their 2 runs in the first, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so for the line, because it started with Grisham, I'll do the line from Dominguez, and then I do the lineup at Goldschmidt too.
Yeah. Okay. Good
Okay.
question. So what Kyle's asking is that, like, in that inning, how you want to just mark off, like, hey, these guys didn't hit and the inning is complete. He's saying, like, do I end it here on the lineup and then I follow it up again for Goldie up there? Just helps a lot when that way you're not writing stuff back on that side of things. Anyway, yeah.
Oh.
Dude, I was gonna say, like, if just to get a little like chatter in for this series and this game, talk these teams.
Sorry, while you're talking, I'm going to show the people the book just so they can see it.
Yeah, that's the deluxe. That's a big boy. And then go ahead and show the inside. He's got so much room on these squares that he can write in everything that's happening. He's got so much room. He's got the boxes. That's a ton of room to be able to write stuff, and it helps a lot. Because there are people, believe it or not, there are people that like to draw lines of where things happen. So, like, if you had a single to right field, some people put 1B and then they'll draw a line from home plate to right field and like show where that happened. I avoid doing that because I think that it's kind of a mess. It's kind of a mess, but
Alex said they sell them at Walmart.
there we go.
How? Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. Vientos with a 4-3. Go round out. First pitch swinging. I was going to say, like, to just get a little chatter about these teams. Not to get like too homer here, but like the Yankees, you know, for those like not fully paying attention, because the AL I know is like a lot lighter this year and not as difficult as we've seen it, especially the AL East. But like the Yankees aren't what I'm used to. They're not what everyone else is used to, where it's just like home run or bust. Like these guys, like I know the loss of Soto allowed them to get other guys with Goldie and Belly, and now it's allowing Jason Dominguez to play regularly. Like a lot of these guys are just putting the ball in play. And what did we hear our entire lives growing up, Kyle? Is like, just put the ball in play. Good stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this team does. Like, if you were to look up their offensive numbers, like it's actually impressive. Like they lead the league in a lot of major categories. That's a punch out for Nimmo, by the way. And
Swinging?
yeah. And they still have the home runs that are like sprinkled in, but then they have all these like squibbers that sneak through. There's errors. They're a little bit faster, a little more athletic, and like it's a different style. I have no more question marks around this lineup. Like I'm fully in on the lineup. It's the pitching depth that's going to be anything that gets them and anything that can be questioned. But like it's actually good baseball to watch for the first time in a while, because even these past few years where they've had success and got like some deep runs in the postseason, it's frustrating just see home runs or bust. And this is like they're actually doing stuff. Alex has got a good question. I think he's got a little podcast question. Do some weekend recaps.
Yeah, I would always used to let's see if we hold on. Hold that thought. This looks like a double for Marte. All right, think we're good. 2B, draw in a second. I'll say again, as we go along, if you're just joining us, you got any questions about scorekeeping or just general comments, hit us up in the chat. Also, again, let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, I love that.
No, but to Alex's question, I used to start our Monday pods or like Monday pods with like a recap of the weekend series, because a lot of times, like you got plans on the weekends doing stuff with family, friends, so it's tough to keep up with what happens over the weekend versus the weekday games, because people got their routines on the weekdays, so it's easier to sort of keep up with what's happening around the league. But yeah, I don't know, I might get back into that. I kind of miss that. Do a little round robin.
I'm down. I'll be honest, I struggle on weekends.
It helped
traveling
me
every weekend, so
yeah, it's crazy we were able to even do this. Honestly,
know.
I've been busy every Sunday for the last bajillion Sundays,
and I'll be in Denver this weekend, catching the Yankees Rockies game on Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever happened? Is Paige going to go? Did she get the real ID thing figured out?
So here's our theory. And it's just a theory right now. We're going to show up early enough to the airport and see if it, for some reason, the account, because normally we fly like Southwest. I think we're flying American this time. And I think we haven't flown American in a while. So it automatically had her maiden name in there when we bought the ticket, because of like it being some time that since we last used American. So, and her passport still has her maiden name. So we're like, why don't we just show the ticket, show the passport, say, hey, is this good? And not even bring in the ID that is not a real ID that has Reyes instead. So we're going to see.
Give it a shot.
We're going to see.
Wait, so I think I know the answer to this because I'm kind of doing it here, but I think it would make more sense in my head. So at the end of an inning, I can basically just draw a line through any box that's unused, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because you were saying like start from the guy after him, draw a line down. But in reality, you're really just crossing out every guy that didn't come to the plate.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is okay. It just it sounds silly, but it makes more sense in my head.
Yeah. And again, just try to remember that like these blow up innings can happen. Like definitely don't do that prematurely. Like we've seen, especially this year already, like we've seen plenty of innings that can hit around, and when a lineup hits around, it messes up your entire scorebook. It sucks. Because, like, you got to then cross off that next line. Like, for example, if the Mets just hit around in the fourth and then they come up again, you got to cross off the fifth inning and make it 4 again. And then you have to, like, basically cross off every box after that. Another perk to your scorebook versus mine, by the way. Because you have extra lines for extra innings, don't you?
Actually, no, I don't.
Does it go past 9?
No.
It doesn't?
Stops at 9.
That's weird.
I thought it did. That's why I was kind of agreeing with you, but it goes right there.
I thought yours would. Yeah. I mean, trust me, there's heavy duty scorebooks that are like $40.
72 innings long.
Yeah.
In case
And
you
they
need
have
it.
those extra lines. If we go extras here, we're kind of just screwed, to be honest. If you don't
We're
have a
kinda
book that's
cooked.
ready for it, yeah.
Chat, are we cooked? If
Chat.
this thing goes extras, are we cooked? I don't think
trying
we've
to-
addressed the elephant in the room. By the way, we're matching shirts with the.
We didn't do this on purpose.
Didn't do this on purpose.
Seem to have this this streak going though. We're gonna flip over. 1-0 on Jason Dominguez.
I got
Not
1-1.
a good 1-1 called strike. Brutal. Freaking brutal.
This is bottom 4. All right, I'm up to speed here.
Cisco Alvarez is not good at framing, so this just shows how bad whoever this umpire is.
It's a little plug on here, by the way.
Sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think scorekeeping or something a little beautiful about doing something like this where you kind of get the hang of it like halfway through, and then you're like,
You'd be surprised. You could be hitting cruise control.
sure,
And then all of a sudden someone gets in a rundown and you're like, and that's a 6-5 4
1 3 2
3
6 5.
2. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks putting that. But yeah. Anyway, what were you saying? You feeling pretty smoothed out?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, I was worried. I was worried that we were gonna just have a insane game to kick this thing off, and I'm sitting here like drawing circles and squares and
Yeah.
hexagons. Was that
That was
F9?
F9. We really are in trouble if things go in the extras. I genuinely don't know what to do with a book that doesn't have extra lines for extra innings. Side note, I'm calling it now. I'm calling a
Lay it on me.
comeback player of the year, DJ LeMahieu. Calling
I
it
think
now.
so.
Yeah.
Isn't he only in right now though because of or no, they were talking about it. I heard him talking about it earlier or yesterday or something. Who just hit the shelf for the Yankees? Remind me.
Cabrera?
Yeah, that's what it was. Was he playing every day? Was LeMahieu playing every day before that injury?
That was like perfect timing.
Right, but that's what they were talking
reinstated
about.
Right when Cabrera went down.
But would LeMahieu have been on like the short side of a platoon or something?
Yeah, he would have been split in time. Cause no one's dude, what are these calls, bro? Both sides of the plate too. Like it's in, it's out. This is rough.
That's a looking K on a 1-2, 2 outs. I'm getting the hang of this.
There you go. That's not good. Yeah, he came basically right as Cabrera went down. But they were gonna probably platoon him at third, and it also helps that Jazz is hurt right now, so LeMahieu's getting to play every day. But I don't know. He looks good, man. He's got the legs down too. He's wearing the pants long again, which I like.
Hey, that's a heck of a catch by Soto.
It's not a bad play.
That's a heck of a catch. Was that a 1-1 pitch?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Soto?
And the Yanks go 1, 2, 3 in the bottom 4.
Hey, Nate.
Oh, you still got it?
Heck yeah, dude. I mean, as you can tell, it's wrinkled. It's been in my
Yeah.
drawer for months, but
Yeah.
because I have no purpose of wearing it. But
Yeah. Is that an adult medium?
I think so. Yeah, it is. It's tiny. It's a large, but it's been washed and dried on hot, I'm sure.
Sure. Sure.
I keep it around for special occasions, though, such as this. I knew I would need it one day.
It's important. I don't even remember what that bet was for.
It's hard to say.
I sent it to you, right? I sent you that in the beanie. What was that for?
I think Murray was involved.
I was gonna say Murray was for sure involved. I just don't. I don't remember why. Why is there a commercial for cockroaches? Ugh.
Yeah, some of these pest control commercials are getting a little too,
Just relax. You're
yeah, they're like showing way too much, and I'm like, I get you're
Graphic.
trying to like ward people off or like encourage your product, but like I don't need to see all that.
Yeah, bro. Like we don't work at a Denny's. Like this is my home. I don't have cockroaches like that.
So Denny's just taking
Shots
ricochets crazy.
Shots fired at Denny's.
Shots fired.
When's the last time you walked into a Denny's? I haven't had Denny's since I was in college.
It's probably even longer than that for me. I don't
Really?
It's been a minute.
The old Grand Slam in college was a good deal.
That it
Yeah.
was. That it was.
Oh. So I'll be honest, man. I'm not super impressed with the Mets this series. Like I'm not really seeing a whole lot of first place caliber ball. You know? It's not like they've
I
played
hear ya.
bad. I'm just like I'm not seeing the hype.
I hear. What the heck is this? They have like an overflow station to watch the Yankees Mets game? Where is that?
I'm pretty sure
Who the heck was that? So like at a subway station? What in the world what were we looking at there?
I don't know. It kind of looked like the 9/11 memorial.
I don't think so. It had like a overpass or something. Looked like a bridge or
I don't know. Maybe it's something in Queens because there's nothing to really look at over there. Shots fired again. 'Cause
yikes.
It's Queens.
Hate to say, Freed's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just efficient, dude.
Getting
Walks and talks like an ace.
You know who else walks and talks like an ace?
Zach Eflin?
Zach Eflin.
Yeah.
Tell you what, man,
Yeah.
that Orioles staff.
Deep. One word. If I was to describe it with one word, it'd be deep. That Orioles staff.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, blood entirely on Brandon Hyde's hands. I mean, that staff did everything they could.
Blameless rotation. Blameless and deep. Those are the two descriptors I would give. Oh, tough, man. Tough.
To be
Orioles
fair,
suck.
Yeah, but to be fair, like there's nothing he could do this year. Like his hands were kind of tied, but like the last 2 years? What's the excuse?
I know. None. You don't have one.
3-2 on McNeil.
Not to hate on my guy, but I'm not a huge fan of the Subway logoed chest protector on Austin Wells. I don't love it. I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't work for me.
Here I am thinking sandwiches. You're talking NYC Subway.
Yeah, like the Subway train system that's on his chest protector.
I'm like, why would he be promoting sandwiches? But I'm tracking. I get what you're saying. Took me a minute.
That's probably not far off down the road. You know, chest protectors just gonna look like NASCAR, just
Yeah.
logos all over it.
All right, that's a base on balls for McNeil down to first.
That's a good AB
That was a good AB.
to the most punchable face in baseball.
I'm not seeing any locations in the chat right now when we specifically asked
I
where
feel like, yeah,
where people were coming, where they're watching from.
like Julie was the only one that listened to directions. It's
And
pretty
then
wild.
unprompted, our what was it, the Montana family at the beginning?
Yeah, we lost our Montana family because they didn't get the ESPN wasn't working for them, so they couldn't watch the game.
All right, that's a I missed it. Was that to Goldie?
That was freed to Goldie.
Oh, free to Goldie. So that's a 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
First out of the inning. Yep.
And then if you want
McNeil to second.
you could put sack for a sack bunt.
Oh, I didn't even see. That was a bunt?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
If you want, kind of up to you.
Okay.
So SAC.
And then do you do anything with the line like halfway through or anything? Or no, because that's fielder's choice. Never mind.
Yep. Which I heard this really, really good point. And if this situation comes up while you're keeping score today, it'd be perfect. It's odd to me that if a man on third with less than 2 outs, a fly ball is hit, man scores, that's a sac fly, does not count as an at-bat against that hitter. But a ground ball does. If he hits a ground ball to shortstop, guy scores. It's a fielder's choice count against the hitter, but not a sac fly. It's weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Back to the top of the order for Frankie. You don't get to see Frankie Lindor from the right side too often.
I'm not gonna lie, I forget half the time that he's a switch.
I like pants down, Frankie. Whoa, pause. I like when when Lindor is rocking the pants down. I don't like the high socks. 4-3. Make sure to move McNeil over to third.
Was that a what was the count there? Was that 1-1?
Yeah.
I think moving forward, Justin in the chat, try being an O's fan for a week. I challenge y'all. Trust me, nobody's a bigger O's fan than I am, especially of that starting staff. I cannot stress enough. It's 0-1 on Soto. Poor Justin. The thing that I'm gonna have to remember moving forward with keeping book,
Yeah.
as I learn and grow in my scorekeeping abilities, is putting the out on the person that was or like the runner that was recorded as out.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
hear you. Yeah. Versus the guy that was hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
1-1. Two one. This is good stuff, man. Cannot stress enough how glad I am that we had to this point like a mild enough game.
Yeah,
to where we can
nothing's been
learn
crazy. I challenge you to do it again during a game before we stream again. And you're just like chilling on the couch. Like if you're just chilling on the couch watching, you'd be surprised how it's just like soothing. It's really nice. It's really strange. All right,
I
let's see if
mean-
we can get out of this.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. What is this going to be now? I mean, we bring McNeil
I doubt
home.
they put it on there. We'll definitely bring McNeil home. It's just trying to see if it's a wild pitch or a pass ball. I would lean towards wild pitch. Shame on Austin Wells, honestly, but I think it's a wild pitch. So you can bring McNeil home, score him, and then you can put a WP next to McNeil if you want for wild pitch. It's up to you if you want.
Next to McNeil?
Yeah.
Was that a 2-2 on Soto?
Yeah, it should be full count now, right? Oh, did you get out of it? I was just looking down.
Oh no, sorry. It was full count. Yeah, it was full count, swinging strike. I've got game day pulled up.
All right, cool. Smart.
Just as a backup.
Swinging. Next thing I knew, it was a replay, and the next thing I knew, he's punching out.
Next thing we know, they're doing post game interviews. I don't know what happened. Where did the game go? Okay.
Shame on Austin Wells. That shouldn't have happened.
All right, back up here. The wild pitch goes next to McNeil.
Yeah. Yep.
Just in that box.
You can put like a little WP next to like the line where it's running from third to home.
I don't have much space for that, but
I know. It's crazy. Like when I look back at like the examples, like on a sample page, it's wild to me that they think all this stuff fits.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They don't fit. But let's go ahead and give the Mets a 1 in the 5th inning. We got a tie ball game. Tie ball game with Peraza coming up in the top of the order for the Yanks. On a scale, does McNeil bother you as much as he bothers me?
Yeah, but he bothers you like way more than he bothers me. I think
it's his face. It's just his face, and like his antics, like why are your teeth always out, bro? You know,
he started getting
why
more
is your
mouthy.
mouth always open? Yeah,
he started getting more mouthy like after the World Baseball Classic. Like I didn't start noticing that until we saw him in the World Baseball Classic.
It was that. Who did he have that issue with? It was Reese Hoskins. There was Reese Hoskins. Yeah, they were chirping at each other from the dugout, and Reese Hoskins like, wah, from that slide in second. And Reese Hoskins, meh.
That's right.
Yeah, real good.
And it's already 1-0.
Sure is. Sure is. Wife is picking up. You got kava out there?
Mm-hmm.
Wife is picking that up for us tonight. A little Mediterranean bowl.
Hate Mediterranean, dude.
Really?
Way too much going on. Way too much going on in Mediterranean.
You don't
cuisine.
like your stuff. You don't like your stuff mixed up that much, do you?
I mean, I don't mind eating food. Like I have burritos. It's not a matter of like the food being to get like a medley of different foods. It's just Mediterranean got way too many flavors going on.
Just a little scared of it, huh?
How is it already 3-1? Oh my goodness. Classic F2 there.
Yeah.
All right, we got one out. Hey, shout out to the people in the chat. Greatly appreciate you joining us. This has been fun. It's far from over, but just wanted to, while I'm thinking of it, shout out to those of you in the chat. This is fun. I really enjoy this. Got some grub here. Got some Chinook seeds. watching some ball. This is good stuff. This is how I enjoy spending my Sunday nights.
Exactly. What's that cup about, guy?
Terry Black's Barbecue. Shout out.
Solid.
Locations in Austin, Dallas, and Lockhart. Very good barbecue spot if you're ever in Texas.
You know what I was thinking?
Little shameless plug there. Yeah.
When we're in Atlanta, let's find like good places, like, you know what I'm saying, like good restaurant. Now, I don't want to go to like chains. Like I want to have like, I want to go find some like good barbecue or like good Southern food, like, you know, probably not barbecue, but like let's go get some.
Should we go to a Waffle House just to do it?
I think that would upset some people.
Why would that upset some people?
Because that's like waffle territory, bro. Plus, I think there's like an actual place that's like.
That's Waffle House territory. What are you talking about?
Is it?
Atlanta, they made merch after they won the World Series in the style of Waffle House.
Yeah, that's fair. I just wasn't sure if there's like specific places. I don't want to go to Waffle House.
That's a 3-2.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. That's a 3-2 based on balls for old Paulie G.
I think Julie's into the ASMR with the food.
So I don't know about all that.
Paige loves those TikToks. She just pulls up a TikTok. It's people smacking their food down. And I'm like, I want to throw your phone. I feel bad just doing the seeds. If I had chicken wings, I'm going to have sauce all up on my cheeks. I go in on wings. I don't play around with wings.
Pause.
That whole wing is going in. Coming out.
All right. This conversation is making me uncomfortable. We need to move on.
What do you mean?
You're talking about sauce on cheeks and and all this. Just moving on.
You're not a wing guy?
I love wings, but the conversation was just taking a super weird turn there for a minute. I just wanted to get away from it.
What about blue cheese? Are you a blue cheese guy?
Hold on. Pause. It's 0-1 on Grisham. No, I hate blue cheese.
I knew it.
Why would you have blue cheese if you could have ranch?
So uncultured. I mean, I love both. It depends on the wing. Depends on the sauce.
Let me finish my thought.
Okay.
It's like when you got to sneeze and you can't. You mentioned Atlanta. It's all about shameless plugs on this stream, it seems. Little shameless plug for our trip to the All-Star festivities. It's foul ball, correct? Yeah. Yeah, we'll be in Atlanta. So if
Goldie would have had that bag if you were knocking on his speed earlier.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Those big old thighs can move.
Yeah.
That's a big boy. Yeah, we'll be in Atlanta for All-Star. We'll be there for the Home Run Derby. We'll be there for the All-Star game. Like, we'll actually be in the park for both, which will be awesome. I got our tickets for All-Star Village. So we'll be there for that.
That's going to be great. I'm almost looking forward to that more than the rest.
You want to hear something crazy? I think, hold on, let's see here. That's a 2-3.
Yep.
That's the second out of the inning, and
you can put FC if you want on that, by the way. Fielder's choice if you want.
True. FC.
Move Goldie up to second.
Or Goldie, yeah. Goldie up to second. Okay. I think I'm maybe almost looking. Oh, God, what do we got now? Okay, intentionally walk. So we got an IBB for Judge.
There you go. IBB for Judge. I was wondering if you knew that one.
Come on, guy. That's what I was saying in the TikTok to promote this. It's like I know what the terms mean. I know what the numbers mean. Obviously, I mean I've been a
Yeah.
baseball fan my whole life. It's just a matter of putting it all together in a scorebook. Okay, so down to first.
Look at that. Alex has been on the grind for a while, man. We just had episode 537 today.
Crazy. A good recall. I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out Jake. Jake's gonna be there as well.
Love that.
Get some wings. Hold on.
Cheese.
I'm falling behind. That's 101 belly.
You are.
I'm doing my best to keep up, man. That's okay. 201 belly. I think I'm looking forward even more, honestly, than like all that other stuff. I mean, because the game and the home run derby and all that stuff, it's gonna be great. But I have found some solid memorabilia shops down there. Like in my research,
dude, yes, I'm
some
hoping that
strong, and you can only imagine there's like some
bangers at those places. Dude.
yeah.
They got some good stuff. For those in the memorabilia, there's almost nothing better than just diving in, and it's got to be like a kind of hole in the wall type place. Because it can't just be this like super nice place. Those are great. All right. Walk for belly. And we got bases loaded, 2 outs.
So move Judge up to second and Goldie to third. I'm crushing it. Yeah, dude, the big like fancy memorabilia shops, they're always gonna be marked up, but you can find some good stuff for
gems.
Hidden gems at the hole in the wall memorabilia shops.
Yeah.
And I've got a running Google Doc with all the stuff related to our trip, and I've got like 4 or 5 memorabilia shops.
So prepared, man.
Hey, it's going to fly by, so I want to make sure we're using the time well. So I don't want to spend time down there like, oh, where should we go? I got all the spots picked out.
We get there Saturday, right?
We're getting in Saturday the 12th. We're there. We'll leave Wednesday the 16th. Or no. Yeah, the game's Tuesday. Yeah, we'll leave Wednesday the 16th.
Are we back to normal jerseys?
I think
this
so.
year? Yes, dude.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Good timing.
I hate that. I really, really despise two walks in the inning.
Mound
not
visit.
Counting I hate that. It's just there's a lack of presence. There's a lack of
IQ.
It's just not cool, man. Like I don't understand the lack of approach. When you have 2 walks in the inning, if you count the intentional walk, it's 3. And your first pitch swinging on something soft, down. You're not hunting a ball down. Like you're hunting a ball up. And I don't get that. This is stuff that's just not coached or taught anymore.
Correct.
That's really not.
I mean, not to sound like the old man, but like the athleticism and everything, sure.
Great.
Like it's great. It's far improved than what it was years ago, but like I think the IQ is taking a hit.
Yeah. I would have been high school or college, I would have been benched. I would have gotten pulled.
Why?
If I'm first pitch swinging on a
in that scenario, yeah.
Bases loaded after it was filled by walks. I'm getting yanked.
So back to this Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be down there the 12th. We're getting down there that Saturday. So we'll be able to do some stuff in Atlanta Saturday. Sunday, I want to say is when I got tickets for us for the Village.
Sunday?
All-Star Village. Yeah, Sunday, I think. Monday we'll be at the Derby. Tuesday we'll be at the game. Wednesday, heading out.
Perfect.
We're going to have to get some updated headshots too.
Finding a photographer down there or what?
Some glamour shots for all this, all that.
All this and all that, you know?
Yeah. It'll be little busy schedule.
We
Not
got the
gonna lie.
jerseys too. We got our jerseys that we can rock for these headshots. It's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree, Alex. I agree. We're gonna have each team representing their own jersey this year. No more all-star jerseys. Super excited about that. That was ridiculous. How you doing, guy?
Doing
feeling,
good, man.
Feeling good? Feeling
This is
lively?
good.
Feeling on top of it?
I'm not gonna lie, not to pat myself on the back here, but I feel like I'm crushing it.
I think this is what's cool about this is when you
Also, real quick, not a great handling there by Lindor. I don't know, like if
I think that's what they were showing.
did it hit a rock or something?
It looked like it might have like tipped off of Judge's
Oh.
gigantic 18 size cleat.
I was gonna say if he came at that normally, like
Yeah,
kind of cut himself off there. A
little bit.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know. I forgot.
Good stuff. Oh no, you were finishing your thought on the jersey thing.
Oh, I was gonna say I think it was a little more than an experiment. 'Cause I don't know how long they did it for a while, didn't they?
Yeah,
For like a decade.
yeah, probably.
Glad that's done. Freaking Volpe. I'm telling you, man.
What's the deal with Volpe, dude? Is he
Kid
gonna,
pisses me off.
is he the future, or is this just like a ride it out until somebody else shows up?
I already told you, George Lombard Jr. is coming, and that kid is the truth. He's like 6'3", lanky, can swing it. Volpe's gonna move to second.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because he doesn't look great defensively this year either. Kind of shaky. It drives me crazy with the knee down on a routine ground ball to short. Like,
Didn't he?
ugh.
He wasn't great defensively last year either, right?
No, he was.
Was he?
Yeah, he got a Gold Glove last year. Maybe it was 2 years ago.
Oh, maybe it was when he first got called up. Maybe it was
Yeah.
just not great when he got called up.
It'd be like he makes the plays. He doesn't make a ton of errors. And then he makes like pretty solid plays, especially to his left. Like balls up the middle, but he doesn't have very good arm strength. And there's just little stuff that he botches that doesn't necessarily qualify as an error. It's like botching a little bit of a mishandling on like a double play where you're like, we should be out of this inning, but it's that kind of stuff. It doesn't go down as an error, but if you watch these games, you're like, it's not exactly smooth.
Chat, where are we at with scorekeeping? Are the majority of us seasoned scorekeepers? Are some of us not interested in scorekeeping? We're just trying to catch some ball tonight.
That's what I'm curious.
Or are some of us in here learning as we go? I'm curious. Curious what the breakdown is.
A full count of Vientos. Oh, you think this kid's legit? Was that just a fluky stretch last year? Or you think he's real?
I could see Vientos. I mean, I don't watch the guy regularly, so it's hard. It's really hard for me to say, but I could see Vientos.
6'3" for Vientos.
Yep. Second out. I could see Vientos being like trying to think like of a comp. I could see Vientos being like a serviceable guy. I don't see him being
Not
a
like a
superstar by any stretch.
Perennial middle of the lineup guy.
I could see him. What is a good comparison? Struggling to think of a comp. But yeah, I mean it's still kind of early. I mean it's definitely too early to tell long term, but for now I think he's holding it down.
Trying to think of a comp too. How's like a? No, it's not a good comp.
It's 2-1, 1-2.
Like a Castellanos kind of career.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah,
has like big moments, but
yeah,
not like
that's a good
league leader in stat categories kind of thing.
Yeah, I like that.
May pop off for 30 or 35, 1 or 2 years kind of thing. Yeah, I could see that. I like that. That's a good pull. I'm going to pat myself on the back.
I mean, he's an outfielder, but yeah, I'd pat you on the back too.
Yeah, thanks. And a 4-3 for Nimmo as the Mets go 1, 2, 3.
3 down.
In the top of the 6th.
Yeah, this line trick is really saving me some heartache.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I've made that mistake too many times.
Julie's new and learning. Alex is learning as we go. Or no, Alex is learning as we go for next time.
Maybe don't have a book yet, and that's okay. That's all right. Just get the Rawlings scorebook off of Amazon. It's like $16-17. You can score, I think you can get like 15-20 games out of it. So worth it. And it's a lot nicer than the Franklin one. Don't get the Franklin one. I know it's cheap. It's not a good book.
Alex also said knows all the terms, but putting it together in a book. That's like where I'm at, man. Like I know the numbers. I obviously know like the terms, the outcomes, all that, but it's just like
I like that.
Going back and making the right corrections and marks on certain guys in certain boxes and things like that.
I think it's cool that we have such a range, man. We got a range of listeners and followers that like some have been into baseball for their whole lives. Some are just now finding it. Some people are, we had the Montana family in here earlier. I don't know if they stuck around because they're unfortunately their ESPN app wasn't working. But like, I think that's cool, man. We got good range. We got good reach. It's like a musical comp for us, like an artist comp. Everybody listens to. It just seem to have that kind of reach.
Nickelback. I don't know.
Tough.
Everybody. It's a good question. I've never thought about us in terms of a musical comp. Freed's done for the night, it appears.
All right. If you want to do this in between innings, we can, because it's not a ton of time.
Let's come back to this.
We'll finish his line off in between innings.
But, all right. Flipping over here. Leading off with Dominguez. Is that correct? Yes. Yep. 2-0. 1-0. 2-0. Seems like we got kind of lucky with the sync, right? Seems like we're sort of on the
I'm
same
slightly
page.
behind, but that's okay.
Okay.
I'm chilling. I don't mind the little delay. 3-0. Yeah, dude, I feel like this is it's just a cool classic way to learn, man. It's an old school thing. Like you were saying, it used to be really widely known and like a lot of older generations got to just knew how to do this and did this when they went to the game, and it's like that's fun.
Let's see here.
Got to be getting showered with booze as he backs up to the wall.
That's an F9 for Dominguez. 1 out. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I like this.
Hmm. Mr. DJ.
That was a good
Hey,
time.
Mr. DJ. Who sings that?
That seems like a line that could be in any number of pop songs, pop slash hip hop slash R&B. That was a good time to check to see if I got the dub in fantasy this week.
Another F9.
Looked like it was going to center. I didn't see it. I just saw it off the
Yeah.
bat. Was it? Was it
Soto
center?
cut in. Yeah.
What was the count there?
That was a 1-0 count.
No. Oh yeah, we're already in the next. It was 1-0
Yeah.
on LeMahieu.
Yeah.
Okay, F9. That's 2 outs. Yeah, game day is getting a little carried away here. They're like 2 pitches ahead.
Freaking Austin Wells is swinging at every first pitch he sees.
I gotta stop looking at game day. It's throwing me off. Yeah, dude. If we go to extras,
Yeah, we're in trouble. I genuinely
We're
don't
cooked.
know. Yeah, like I don't have any room. I might just pop over to the next page in my book.
foul
Say
ball.
fair.
Nope. Yeah, dude. The sheer panic I felt when we started this first pitch, and I realized I didn't know where to put balls and strikes. I was like, this is not going to be good.
Yeah, I've heard you panic a few different times before in life. That had me panic, like secondhand panic, and
Well,
I knew.
There's a lot riding on that. I mean, we got people tuning in to like learn, and I'm trying to learn, and I don't know where to put like the most
What are
basic
these
element
5
of.
boxes?
Well, no,
What are these?
Was that a ground out second baseman?
Yeah,
That's
4-3 for the
4-3.
third out. Yanks go 1-2-3.
Oh wait, no. Nope.
All right.
That was not Peraza. Hold
You
on,
gotta
hold
hold.
on.
You
I
gotta
know.
hold your question because we got to get Fried's line done quickly.
Hold on. I put it in Peraza's box. That's a 4-3 for Wells. Third out. Go ahead and put the line. All right, Fried's line.
Fried's line. We got through 6 innings. We have 1, 2, 3,
6
4,
clean, right?
5, 6, 7 punchies. Yeah. 7 Ks. Walks. We have 1.
No, he had 8 punch outs, by the way.
8? Did I
Yeah.
miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Checking
6,
game day.
7. Where am I missing one?
Was it the drop third strike? Or no?
I got that one.
was that
Thought I
Peterson?
counted that one. 1, 2,
It's showing 8 on
3,
game day.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. I was missing it. 8. 8 strikeouts for Fried. Wasting time here.
2 walks.
2 walks. You're cheating, bro.
Oh, well,
you should
I'm-
be
I'm
looking
just-
through your.
I know.
book.
I'm getting us caught up to speed though because of our little delay.
And 1, 2. We got just 2 hits.
3. It's a good thing I'm checking. You would have gotten all these tallies wrong.
Oh, I'm rushing.
Do you tally at bats on yours when you keep score?
No.
Seems like a
We
lot.
can at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little easier to do at the end. 3. Trying to find it.
There's so much real estate on these scorecards for like other things that I feel like could potentially be valuable, be useful. But
If you
like,
want to use it, yeah. You
there's like a
definitely can.
notes comments section. There's a
Yeah.
dang. Oh yeah, and then you got like a whole tally for each player on the right, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like you tally their essentially their.
I don't know this actually. It's kind of if it's a wild pitch, does it still count as an earned run?
He was he was credited with two earned runs.
So it is. Okay.
So yeah.
And then we got Johnny Loizaga.
Marte should be up. Is that correct? Oh no, Beatty is pinch hitting.
All right, perfect. So good situation here under Marte. We're gonna put Beatty,
who is down 0-2.
and he is down 0-2.
What else do we have to do? Just put his name and then just resume as if.
Yep, just put his name right under Marte's spot in the lineup.
But how do you know that? How do you know where he pinch hits though? Or like where do you indicate that? Or does it matter?
You can put like some people put like a little parentheses, and you can put like the inning next to Beatty. So if you
like
put like 7,
parentheses 7. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Some people do it that way.
Say swinging K for Beatty, in case you missed it. That was 0-2 on that, right?
Yeah. Johnny Lasagna on the bump.
Again, shout out to those of you joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. I wasn't sure if there's going to be any interest in. I mean, I was going to be on here regardless. Nate was going to be on here regardless because I wanted to learn. And I was curious to see if we'd have any people join us tonight. So I sincerely appreciate the nearly 300 of you that have joined us here tonight. I'm sure more than that. People hopping in and out. Alvarez is up, down 0-2.
Lasagna looking good, man.
How do you spell his first name?
Jonathan?
Is it like a weird spelling or anything?
I don't think so. I think there's no H. I think it's you know what I'm saying? Like the Jon.
Yeah.
Another K. If he comes back and does what he does, when healthy, and Devin Williams gets right, it could be a real nice back end of the bullpen.
Was that 0-2 swinging K for
Yes.
Alvarez?
Yes. It's a forwards K. We got strike 1 on McNeil.
All right, we're good.
New stance for McNeil. It's so weird when you see guys that like Loizaga just came back this weekend. It's so weird seeing a guy that you've never seen with facial hair before come back like halfway through and the policy is now gone and you see him with facial hair for the first time.
That's true. He looked like a different guy. I'm like, who is this guy?
Yeah. Is he always this patient? I feel like he's not swinging at all. He had a good AB last at bat, too. It's annoying. I hate 2-out walks, man.
Was that 3-1 before that?
Yeah. 2-out walks. Killer. Killer. Do you feel like little Acuna has been in the league long enough for a chain like that? That's a big boy chain.
I think we're at a point in the game now where it doesn't matter.
Don't matter, huh? Baby bro didn't get the height.
No.
Well, Ronnie took it all.
But maybe he got the skills to know how to handle himself on Twitter.
It's possible. It's an E5, by the way.
Was that 0-1?
Yeah. I believe that is... What's the first error? Mets also have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mets had one the first AB. This is why 2-out walks are not good. Because you put yourself in holes like this in situations, all of a sudden you got dangerous guys coming up. I really like those hats, man. If I was still on my fitted game, I'd invest.
I don't know if I'll wear a fitted ever again.
I don't think
honestly.
I will. I think I'm out.
can.
I think I'm all done. I think I'm all done. You still checking the game cast over there?
The game day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting immediate results.
Well, it's like a pitch or two ahead.
Yeah, Paige's dad pisses me off so much. He does that so often. We'll be sitting next to each other watching the game. And he'll turn to me and be like, "You're about to like this." And I'm like, "Shut up." Like, don't say anything. It ruins the moment.
It really does.
Completely rob it.
Yeah, I turned it off, especially these later innings.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Just gotta stay away here. Nothing on the inner half.
You're gonna like this
Got
one.
lucky, dude. Got lucky.
That was
F9.
That was 1-2 on that AB.
Yep. You're gonna love what happens here. Ay. I would assume Loaiza's night is done. So if you want to clear his line, you can. So if you did your pitching section down at the bottom, and you put Loaiza down below Fried, we got 2 punch outs and a walk, no earned runs. 1 inning pitch.
You said an inning.
1 inning, 2 Ks, 1 walk,
Oh wait,
no hits,
This
no
is
runs.
stupid. I put
Do you put it on the other side? Like Fried on the Mets side?
no. I put both on the Yankee side, like Freed and Logic
Yeah.
on the Yankee side. But
Yeah.
is that what you're supposed to do? You just flip back to
You
check?
can. And just like flip back and forth and look. But if you, yeah, that's something. Let's see what I mean. How like you can change it to do it the way you like it. Like there's a lot that you can somewhat customize in a way.
So
Is this game flying?
Don't say that.
It's not flying. It's about on pace. You don't say that.
Two Ks, 1 walk, 0 hits, no runs. This is good, man. This is good. Getting the hang of it.
Proud of you, man.
Appreciate you. All right, so we're going bottom 7 here.
Bottom 7.
Little 7th inning stretch.
What do we got? Have you moved on to the dill?
No, I actually started with that.
I think I'm tired. I'm burnt out on the jalapeno ranch.
Shout out.
I'm
Shout out
getting-
Chinook.
I'm starting to feel ready for dinner. About that time.
I thought you said like
Out here on the
an
West
hour
Coast.
ago she was going to pick up kava.
Yeah, man. Well, she got her nails did. And then Target
Oh,
was nearby.
Little pit stop to get
Yeah.
the nails done and go to Target before
Yeah.
kava.
Yeah.
That explains it.
It's where our paychecks go.
Yikes. All right, so if my scorebook is up to date here. See, look, they're showing Judge and Soto dapping up now. So that whole like, oh, Judge ignored. I mean, I'm not a Judge defender by any stretch, but like that whole narrative from the other day where they're like, oh, Judge ignored Soto. I'm like, he didn't even
Didn't even see him.
see him. If my scorebook is correct, Peraza should be leading off. Is that right?
That's right.
In the bottom of the 7th. All right.
Wouldn't be surprised on yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised on a pinch hit. And here it is.
This old Benjamin Rice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so drop in a little Rice on the sub line, a little substitute line, pinch hitter. Does he play third?
New. You'll probably see DJ slide to third and then Vivas come in defensively.
Well, you have to tell me how to mark that. Classic Rice tape job over the Soto last name on the jersey. Nice touch. All right, so we'll do a little parenthesis 7 for Rice.
Would you ever spend $1 on a jersey?
I mean, I've gotten jerseys before, but actually, it's been a long time since I got a
For
jersey.
free?
What do you mean?
Or did you purchase it?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's actually been a long time since I got a jersey, so I honestly can't remember.
Brazoban pitching.
Brazoban. It's already. Oh my gosh! It's already 1-2. What are we doing? Is that a foul ball? No, ball.
Ball. Just
2-2.
clank, clank.
What is this guy's name? Brazoban?
Autobahn.
Telethon. Little
This game's
4-3.
tight, man.
little 4-3 action on a 2-2. Was that right?
Mm-hmm. Ben Rice didn't look happy. I wonder if he got quick pitched in one of those pitches. He was chirping. And we can finish out
Hugh Esker.
Doug Mr. Peterson's line and commercial break.
Dude, this game needs to chill.
Yeah,
We
I
are
know.
cruising. I mean, I know that's like classic. You just don't say that, but like trying to keep up with this score here, this scoring. What
I'm
the heck
gonna
was the
need-
count on Goldschmidt there?
0-1.
Okay, so 0-1, that was a 6-3 for the second out of the inning. Jeez.
Yeah. We're going to need some runs scored here. I really don't want to deal with the extras.
Well, Devin Williams is warming up, so I think you're good there.
He's actually looked okay lately. Hey, this guy's all over the place. Not a huge fan of the mint green Alvarez lid there. Not sure how that.
Every Yankee wears mint green. What are you talking about?
Not that. I don't understand that.
I don't particularly care for that.
Just not a huge fan personally. I think I'm gonna have to buy another book, man. I don't like this book.
I mean,
Oh,
as
here
a
you go.
newbie that's trying to learn here, I gotta say I really like this Rollins one you recommended.
I'm glad that I thought about telling you that, because it does make a difference. This book sucks. You definitely don't want this book.
That was a 3-1
Walk.
walk, correct?
Yeah. Mendoza coming out for the visit, but not pulling.
Yo, this Brazoban guy looks like Miguel Sano. Did you see that?
His face
Yeah.
just 70 pounds lighter. Shots fired again. I can see it.
Got Miguel Sano on the bump.
Is he still in the league? So no.
That's a great question. Why do I not know the answer to that? Why do
I'm gonna say no.
My gut says no.
Something tells me he's playing like the KBO or something. Or Mexico.
Yeah,
This
it's
guy
free
is
agent.
overthrowing. I hate these ABs. How much did you hate these ABs as a hitter? You're just like, he's all over the map, and then he just pipes one, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know when to swing.
Well, there might be some intentionality to this. He's probably just pitching around Judge a little bit.
Did I tell you I almost went to that game yesterday, the Rockies Diamondbacks game? It ended up being 14-12.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost went to that?
Yeah, we almost went. Paige's dad's like, hey, what are you guys doing today? If you don't do anything, maybe we'll go to the game. And Paige wasn't feeling great.
Ah, dang.
And then her dad asked me, he's like, you want to go just me and you? And I was like, I mean, I'd love to say yes, but I kind of feel bad ditching your daughter while she's sick.
That's probably when he was like, "No, she'll be fine. Let's go."
I was like, I'll ditch her when she's healthy. All right, Belly. Let's make something happen here and help out the boys in the scorebook. I really don't want to waste another page on extras.
Here's a question for you and any other avid seed eater out there, consumer, if you will. You ever get to a point when you're eating seeds, 2-0 on Belly, when you commit to more than you can handle, so you just hit the eject button on all of it, and you're like, let me start fresh with an appropriate amount, appropriate size handful.
I haven't done that since I was playing. I don't know about you, but I couldn't have seeds while I was hitting.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there were times where I would overcommit in the field, and then I'd like come up on deck and I would get rid of all of it.
Sorry. I feel bad. It's like these seeds died for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
But I can't hit with that. The guys that are cracking seeds while they're or blowing a bubble mid AB, mid swing, I'm like,
I could probably do gum more than seeds because gum can
I had no problem
sort of
gum,
like
but
mellow
not blow
you
a
out a
bubble.
little bit. No. Gum
blow a bubble mid diving catch like we've seen. It's like insane.
Gum could probably like, bro, what are you doing? What was that? Was that 2-2, by the way?
That was 2-2, and that's gonna be a single. It's gonna be a 1B.
Yeah, that's a 1B. So now we got bases juiced.
That was absolute panic mode. This was Kyle when he didn't know where to put balls and strikes right before first pitch. Imagine just
he's right there. Flip the ball.
Tearing Pete Alonso's ACL because you're trying to like, what are you doing?
He's tearing his own ACL, dude. Did you see how much he extended for the bag there? That's crazy. I mean, good on Belly for
Makes me so uncomfortable watching. What did I just watch?
Yeah, that could have been really bad, dude. And Uncle Stevie is watching this being like, I do not care about freaking Brazo Bond here, but
Yeah.
if you tear our ACL, if you tear the ACL of our first baseman who's setting the world on fire right now, you're gonna be cut from the team, my brother.
Brazoban. What's the number 7 for the Mets? Who does that?
What are you talking about?
Who's that for? The on their sleeve.
Oh, the sleeve patch?
Yeah. Who's that for?
Ed Cranepool, team's all-time leader in games played. Mets Hall of Famer, member of the 1969 World Series team.
Duh. Should have known that.
What we got here?
Old
2-0?
Craney. Yeah. Good. It's gotta be a no swing here. This has gotta be a take.
Come on.
No, this is good. We need a run. You need a run.
A 3-0 take, if I may.
If you will. I'm gonna call a 3-0 take here.
If I do say so myself. I do declare a 3-0 take.
I
here
do declare.
in this pitch. Well, game day is 2 pitches ahead right now, and
Perfect.
you're not gonna like what's
Thanks.
coming. At least for the next 2 pitches.
Yeah.
That one included.
Yeah. There's a guy I work with that looks just like Francisco Alvarez. Just like him. It's shocking. Except he's bald. Is Alvarez bald? I don't think he's bald.
No. Is he? No.
All right. Volpe would rather break a finger than take a ball. Good Lord, bro.
All right, game day just ruined this at bat for me. So
Stop watching it. Watch the game.
I turned it off.
You turn the game off?
No, I turned game day off. Like
You didn't. What are you watching?
I went back to it so I could fill out Loizaga's line.
What happened? You
can't
just
tell you.
stayed on it, huh? Freaking Volpe.
That's what happened.
You suck.
How about it? Hey, Nate. Gotta believe.
You're a mess today. Yeah, good celebration, Brazoban. Freaking loser. Sorry, that was uncalled for.
Did you see?
All right, are we doing Peterson's line real fast?
Let me just pull up game day here real quick.
Oh, okay. You don't want to learn how to do this. If anyone that wants to learn, you got to go through your book and look.
Okay. Whose line are we trying to figure out? Oh, Peterson's.
8 Ks. 6 innings, 8 Ks.
How do you know? Like, how do you know though where Brazoban took over?
Because that was the 7th inning, and that was the first time we saw him.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, is there a way to tell if, say, like, we didn't have the game pulled up?
Oh, I was counting the wrong side. I get with the flipping thing, by the way. Sorry, he did not have 8 Ks. I was counting Freeds. What was your question? Sorry.
Like, am I missing just a super obvious way of being able to tell, like, where Brazoban took over? Or is that something I would have had to have marked?
Some you would have had to mark. Because ordinarily, if you have more time, you can put that line down, like, before the next guy comes out, you know? I got 4 Ks for Peterson. Meow, meow, meow.
4 walks,
1,
3 hits.
2 runs.
1 earned.
Yep.
And 6 innings pitched. Excellent.
Bond, 1 inning.
Well, is he done? Do we know?
I'm going to go ahead and assume he's done.
I'm going to go ahead and not do that in case he comes back out.
Fair
Who
enough.
knows? I don't know Brazoban.
All right. Show me
Truthfully-
the defensive changes because we know Ben Rice isn't playing third. So,
Yeah, what the heck? How does this work? Vivas, you're right, replaces Ben Rice, batting ninth, playing third base.
there you go. So just put Vivas.
Do I put that under Rice in the
Yeah.
ninth hole?
Correct. Because I'm assuming DJ LeMahieu slid to third, right?
No. Yes.
And we got 1-1 on Soto.
No, wait, hold on.
I
No,
don't have a very good
LeMahieu's
feeling
at
about
second
this.
still.
Who's playing third? Oh, Vivas is playing third. Perfect. All right.
So do I got to make any other changes then?
No, you just leave him.
So Vivas under Rice
Yep.
in the 9 hole.
Yep.
And this is, I'll just put parentheses 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that was a 1-1 on Soto.
That was a 1-1, 4-3 ground out for Soto.
You said
It's not a single comfortable swing this entire series.
You said a 1-1, 4-3.
Yep. 1-1 count, 4-3 ground ball.
Jeez, what would I do if I'm like sitting here watching this game by myself? I'd be so behind. Peter with a missile to left.
See, that's an L7 for me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just me wanting to like understand that he didn't fly out. That ball's struck, you know?
Yeah. All right, I guess I'll go L7. Weenie. Was that 0-0?
It was 0-0.
2 outs. I don't like that Devin Williams is seeing the success that he's seen this inning. This irks my spirit.
Does it?
As said, what's her name in that show that you recommended?
I hated that chick. She was the worst.
What's that show? $1 Million Secret or whatever?
Yeah.
Secrets
Good show, huh?
Secrets of the $1 Million, something like that.
$1 Million Secret.
$1 Million
That's
Secret.
right. Did you guys get hooked?
That was a good show.
Knock it out pretty quick?
I enjoyed it. I think Meredith enjoyed it a little less because she's like a Survivor. I don't know if I call her super. She loves Survivor.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe she's in that super fan category. Loves Survivor, and it was like a little less
Survivory.
No. It was like a little less of like there was less game.
Yeah, like challenges and stuff.
Yeah, like the thought that went into like who to vote out and things. There was just less like gamesmanship and
It's more like just emotional.
strategy. Yeah, strategy. That kind of. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I liked. We're watching 2-2 on Vientos. We're watching Outlast. Have you seen that on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
It's like the real Survivor. It's kind of legit. They just like drop like 16 people off. They're in 4 teams of 4, and they just drop them off in Alaska. Just like,
Oh, I've heard about that.
go survive. Here's a hatchet and a tarp. Go figure it out. And there's like some challenges, and then like people can like vote a team member out if they don't want them. Like to stay in the game, you have to be on a team. So like, if like a team of 4 is going and 3 people drop out, that last guy has to go find another team. He has to go like ask to be added to another team in order to stay in the game. It's pretty good. Paige is big into like reality TV right now, and I'm like, I can't do reality TV, so this is like a, this is a win-win.
That was a very unnecessary use of the ump cam. Like Wells just got drilled, and then they switch to the ump cam view, and you see Wells just like wearing it.
ESPN sucks, man.
Here's
I'm
up close
excited.
and personal.
Have we learned where Sunday Night Baseball will be going?
It better not be Apple.
I feel like it's got to be either Fox or just MLB Network. Like I can't see anything else. But like Fox already gets like the Saturday day game every weekend, you know?
I love Fox.
I do too. And they obviously dominate the postseason, but like,
here's kind of a weird take. I wish NBC would get back into baseball.
yeah.
That was a swinging K, 3rd out. I know like they do the whole Peacock thing, but like I want them to just like to get back into baseball as NBC.
Sure.
Because
I think NBC's just dead. I think they like solely are living off of Peacock.
That's fair. I just think it sounds more legit, and maybe this is like a boomer take. It just sounds more legit
Peacock.
to me. Well, no, but like any sport, baseball, football, it just sounds watered down when you just hear of another streaming service picking up a primetime game. It's like, oh, Amazon Prime picked up Thursday Night
Yeah.
Football. It's like,
Yeah.
but if you told me, and I understand it's all umbrella, it's all the same stuff. But if you told me like NBC picked up Sunday Night Baseball, I'd be like, oh, that sounds legit. But it's like Peacock picked up the Sunday morning game. It's like,
I
it
get what you're saying.
do you get what I mean?
I hear you.
It's all about the branding to me, like how you present it. Like if it's Peacock versus like an actual channel,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very like niche thing to have an opinion on, but
You seem pretty excited about it.
well, I mean, if it's anything like their football, NBC does a great job with their football.
I agree.
So like just do the same thing for baseball. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna start. I like what you're suggesting, by the way, of putting the opposing team's pitchers on that page so you don't have to flip back and forth. Because this
Do you
is
get what I
annoying.
mean?
Yeah. So I find myself looking at the wrong side and writing stuff down.
Yeah, Brosban is out. Stanek is in. So that's an inning for Brosban. 1 hit.
2 walks, 1 K.
Yep. Now
There's a
we
lot
got-
of Mets fans. I'm just gonna say that's looks like Queens. I don't know
That's-
where.
I saw some Yankee fans walking around earlier, but maybe
Yeah.
there's a guy sitting right there, front and center, Yankee.
Yeah. They probably just gave him that for free. It's like, here, you're gonna be on ESPN. We got 0-1 on Jason Dominguez. Old nasty Stanek. I did not know he had 100 in the tank.
I did not know either.
I didn't know he was built like that.
Who we got up right now?
Jason Dominguez.
Dominguez.
Yeah, 1-2. The hair is gnarly. I just can't get on board. I just can't. Probably because I don't have any. You know?
Fair. That's fair.
Just being honest. She's gonna throw 6 fastballs. Just here you go. Is that how we're gonna operate here? Guess so. All right. DJ LeMahieu.
Was that sorry, I had to check something. Was that 3-2
Yep.
strikeout swinging?
Full count walk. Close though.
Walk. I didn't even look to see if he was on first. I just saw Stanek getting the ball back. 3-2 walk. Okay.
We got 0-1 on DJ LeMahieu.
Sorry, did you ask me something?
I don't know.
Andrew said, y'all are still going, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you keep book, Andrew.
I'm not just going to stop in the 8th.
Lock it in, Andrew. Andrew went and had dinner and came back.
Imagine
And he's like, yo, you guys are still rocking it.
imagine our parents back in like the travel ball days where it's like, actually, I think
Yeah.
I'm going to call it here. So
Mom, I need a Gatorade.
whatever happens,
Mid-book.
unofficial, who knows what happens. That's a great point. Julie says, as an oldster, this is going to help me stave off dementia. This adds another dimension to my game watching experience.
We're out here saving
All
lives.
right, no need to rub it in. Says she took a few innings off to watch the game and eat a sandwich with two hands. I didn't have that luxury, okay? I wish I did, but I didn't.
I've never seen so many French fries eaten so fast.
Yeah, I was cruising through those French fries. I mean, knock on wood here. I mean, we're about an inning away from
trouble. It's trouble. We're gonna have to flip the page.
Well, that, but also I'm just saying, like, from a clean bookkeeping experience for my first go, like, knock on wood, nothing crazy to this point has happened. Now,
it'd be nice if the Yanks would just go ahead and figure this thing out in this half. You know?
Well, no.
Yeah.
I don't want that. No. Yeah. I'm good without that.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna like what really happened. What happens here?
Shut up.
After this 2-2 pitch, you're really gonna like what happens.
You're supposed to not be using that. You're cheating. We have people in the chat who are doing this in an honest way. You're gonna get popped in an 80-game suspension.
Okay. Sit down, DJ.
Has he thrown anything else but just straight
cheese?
Gas, dude. Just gas. Like, hey, I know you haven't seen live ABs since September, but here's a hundy over and over and over.
So when he came off the IL, that was his season debut? Like, he hadn't...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He had a couple rehab games. I think he played for couple weeks, but yeah.
Andrew, following up with our comments about still going, said I figured it'd be past Kyle's bedtime.
Look, dude, you stay up later than I do.
I was gonna say Nate's 3 hours behind me, and I think I still go to bed after he does.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just that's my guy. You know, that's my move. That's how I be. In bed by 9. That's who I want to be.
If you're in bed by 9, then I clear. We go to bed at like 12:30. So, dude, 100 again. Where's this coming from? I didn't know he was like this.
I don't know why.
I didn't know.
Dominguez hasn't stolen second yet. That's what I'm really.
Good luck making this second on 100. I didn't know Stanek was chill like that. Just, oh, maybe I spoke too soon.
You did. He's broken now.
Yikes.
He's like, hey, I know I averaged 93 my entire career.
I'm
suddenly feeling something in my elbow.
I'm gassed up for this primetime outing right now.
I'm not even trying to be mean. I just legit never knew that Stanek pumped that.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know he was chill like that. He's got the hair, he's got the flow, and by the way, here's 100 down your throat.
He's got the skull cap under there.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? This is not the Ryan Stanek I remember.
I know. He does look like a reliever, though. You know? All right, let's see Jason run a little bit. No, that's a good kick. And 1 out.
All right, that was a 2-bagger. Was that 1-2? You have 1-2 on that?
I did. And I think that was the first off-speed pitch, by the way.
Dominguez the third.
And 1 out with Vivas coming up.
Hey, Ryan Stanek steps off the mound.
You in this game cast, man. Does it really say that?
Yeah, it said it. I don't know if he Oh, maybe it was a timeout Vivas. Maybe that's what they were referring to.
This kid needs to have a moment. Hasn't had one yet. Has done nothing.
Oh!
It's provided nothing.
Oh!
You're the
just
worst.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. Nothing happened. It was foul ball.
You're cheating again. What are you watching on your phone?
I'm not cheating. I just did that before the pitch, and then he fouled it off. I'm watching on my phone because I couldn't get ESPN up on the TV in time.
I had to like
log in and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Oh. So you weren't prepared for this, is what you're telling me.
No, I forgot I had to log in. I haven't logged into ESPN on my phone, on the TV down here.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have time because, as you remember, I was panicking on where to put balls and strikes, and ESPN was the last of my worries.
Yeah, it's true. I prepared and I downloaded DirecTV Stream and stole a login to make sure I was ready for this. So
seems legal.
I'm running the show here, I guess.
You said you stole a login? Whose login did you steal?
I don't need to divulge that information. I don't think.
Well, you shouldn't be doing. I mean, talking about things you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be stealing a login. Ultimately,
that's what logins are for. I steal your
for the person
login.
that pays for it. That's true. No, you didn't steal it. I lent it to you.
Yeah. Oh well, then I'm not stealing.
Yeah, I bet. Which, by the way, I think
am I limiting the number of devices that I'm logging into? No.
I lent that to you because you were letting me borrow YouTube TV for some, what was it, MLB Network like to watch MLB Network or something back in the day.
Yeah.
That didn't pan out, so it's not
a
really
little bit of a one-sided.
Yeah, it's not really a fair trade
settlement
these days.
I don't know what to tell you.
It's fine.
Just gonna go change your password on me?
Maybe. Maybe.
It's clutch to be able to just throw on King of Queens while I'm cooking dinner, you know?
That's a show I got to get into. Meredith started watching that.
It's fantastic. It's a classic.
She got like a few episodes in, and then I think we started watching something else, but I need to get on that.
It's a good AB.
Yeah, I had to get game day off. It was like 2-3 pitches ahead at this point.
You had game day going while you had the game going on your phone?
Yeah, it's a nice setup. I got you right here on the main monitor.
Sounds really nice so far.
I got my computer down, my laptop down here with the game day feed. And then I got my phone resting up on the screen of my computer. So I got 1, 2, 3 right here. And I got my book right here leaning up against the desk.
We're a problem. Our generation is a problem.
This isn't like me. This isn't like trying to consume multiple things on different screens. This is all for the game. It's not like I'm watching a movie over here, playing a game over here. This is for the game.
Hey, don't lump me. What I do. I have
don't
2 TVs
lump me in. Don't lump me in with these Gen. What are we at now? Alpha, is that Q, Z? Oh, Peter, what was that?
Clutch. That's real clutch, Peter.
Oh, yeah, that response.
Mets fan.
Yeah, that sums it up well.
Oh, Peter.
All right, help me out here. That was a 3-2. That's an E3. He got to first. Yeah. Are you kidding me? That wasn't even in the same zip code.
Oh, boy, that's awesome.
That's crazy, dude. All right, so E3, Vivas gets the first.
Yeah. Dominguez scores.
Wells
to third. We got first and third, one out. This just saved our scorebook, dude.
Hold on.
Be happy.
Hold on. Dominguez scores. Wells goes to third.
Yeah. First and third, one out.
First and third, one out.
Oh,
Pete.
classic Peter.
I wish that would have been Soto. Like I mean I'm not a, as we know, I'm not a big Peter fan. Neither of us are, but like he's not in the crosshairs this series. This is a Yankees versus Soto thing. Like if we're talking drama, I
Yeah.
needed Soto to be the one to make some type of play, good or
Yeah.
bad.
And if this situation holds, it doesn't look like Soto's going to get another AB.
100 again. Where is this coming from? All right, so Goldschmidt's up right now. Yeah, 1-1. All right.
Peter. Peter, 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 Peter. That's good
Yeah.
piece of hitting right there.
I think our scorecard's gonna hold up. I hate
Good
that the
piece of
first
hitting.
time learning how to keep score comes at the cost of a Yankees win.
That's kind of my hope for it, you know?
In fact, I was thinking like if this went well, I was thinking of even like figuring out a way to present this and like maybe put it up in the office or something. But I'm not trying to document a Yankee. I dare not put a Yankees win scorecard up in this office.
That's also like my dream is to like keep book during like a no-hitter or something, or like
That'd be cool.
that'd be so sick.
Dude, look now that's gonna be no, we can't do that. I was gonna say we could keep book at the All-Star game, but that I can't. I'm not
Too
gonna
much
commit.
going on.
I'm not committing to that level of attention. That
No. And also a million substitutions. It'd be the worst game
Oh,
to keep book for.
yeah, that would suck.
That would be the
That
worst
would
scorecard of all time.
suck. All right, that was a 1-1 single from Goldschmidt, correct?
That ball was at his eyes too.
All right, but I'm trying to finish it, close out the
Yeah.
AB here. So
Throw a little
Wells,
tally for an RBI if you got an RBI section.
I don't.
Cool. It's weird that I have that and you don't.
Wells scores.
Yep. Vivas the second.
Vivas a second. Still one out, you said.
Stanek line closes because he's getting taken out right now. So he got 1/3 of an inning.
That's it?
Yeah, he only got one out. He had 1K. He had one walk, one hit, one run, 0 earned runs.
So hold on, say it again. 1K, one hit.
One walk, one run, 0 earned runs.
How do you mark or how do you indicate thirds of an inning? Well, when it's just a single. I mean, I know if
Point.
it's like
I do 0.1.
0.1.
I don't do
okay.
the fraction. I'm not a huge fraction guy personally.
I'm not a big math guy, if I'm being honest.
That's valid as well. Valid as well.
Like I totally get when it's like 3 1/3. I totally get like the 3.1, but I don't know if I've ever had to write out a third of an inning before. It just looks weird as 0.1.
It does. It doesn't look great.
I don't know if
love
I've
the
ever had to
look either.
write that out. George in the
is-
chat.
Hey, George is here.
What up, George? George
My
Bailey.
fellow Yankee fan.
We watched, speaking of George Bailey, we watched Mr. Smith Goes to Washington last night. And I got to say,
look at you.
I-
Was this
I-
for a class?
that wasn't for a project. Hold on. Hold that thought. Genesis
1-0.
Cabrera.
We got Cabrera going. Genesis. Never heard of these people, to be honest.
I thought it was Genesis Cabrera.
I'm going to go with Genesis. I like Genesis
I'm
personally.
pretty sure it's Genesis. Who's up right now? Grisham? What do we got? 1-0. 2-0. No, what I was saying is I know it's gonna sound super boomer of me, but there's something about just like an old-timey movie that really just hits right.
Yeah. Old timey movies are
Nice black and white film.
solid. I'm going to out my wife here real quick.
Hold on, before you do that, I saw you put Andrew up on the screen. Credit cannon for Goldie. You tell me, Nate. Is he hitting
He's
like
still hitting, dog.
over 300?
Oh, well over 300.
Well over 300. I honestly
Yeah.
haven't checked in on Goldie lately, so
He's still hitting.
news to me. 2-2 on Grisham. You said you're gonna out Page. What did she do?
I'm gonna out Paige. She had never seen Jaws until yesterday.
I don't think I had seen Jaws since last year, if I'm being honest with you. And it was because I was chaperoning. Get this, chaperoning for a summer camp trip for my work because like one of our divisions, it's like a after school or it's like a thing for kids.
Yeah.
And during the summer, they go on these camp trips, and one of the trips, we went to Ocean City, Maryland. And whenever they do the trips to the beach, because they'll do trips to the beach each year.
Yeah.
Whenever they go to the beach, they play Jaws on the bus.
That's a
kids.
terrible idea.
Well, they do it to keep the kids at bay, so they're not out there trying to swim to the buoys. All right, that was a full count walk.
And Aaron Judge coming up. Bases loaded.
Did anybody score there?
No.
All right, so Grisham to first, Goldie to second, and Vivas to third.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go. There's still one out. Holy cow. Yeah, this game's Mets are cooked.
No, we didn't go.
What's that word when your limbs cease to work? Atrophy? Is that the word?
No, because that's like muscle loss. That's atrophy.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever the word is for limbs ceasing to work, I'm close for my legs at least. I just realized
Your butt going numb.
I haven't moved my legs in close to 3 hours.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
I hear you.
Got so swept up in this scorekeeping stuff.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That seventh inning stretch was made for people who keep score.
I tell you what, man, you learn a lot about the game.
I know.
Or at least you can speculate about what these things were designed for. Judge coming up clutch as always with the swinging strikeout and the bases loaded in the eighth.
Tough AB.
This guy's like the least clutch player I've ever seen in my life.
But did you just see the stat that was on the screen?
I don't care what the stat was. Guy stinks.
Hitting 455 with runners in scoring position with
what did
1300 OPS.
How did that help him right there, striking out with the bases loaded?
I'm just letting you know what he's done.
What was the count there on that strikeout?
1-2.
Oh boy. All right, that I gotta say that's poetry. I hate to say it, but that's poetry. The fact that ended up in right,
just right above him.
I'm behind now. Okay, so Judge was second out, 1-2 strikeout. That was swinging, right? Yeah, swinging strikeout. Bellinger, home run. Was that 0-0? That was first pitch, right?
First pitch.
All right, this is going to be a dumb question, but everybody that was on base, I just closed off their box, right?
That's right. And do it quickly because the next pitch is coming.
All right, so Grisham scores.
That's what's tough is that when there's a lot to do.
Goldschmidt scores.
Home runs.
Vivas scores.
And Vivas scores.
Vivas was on third.
And 0-1 to Volpe whenever you get the chance.
Oh, we batted around.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is the last hitter before we do. If he doesn't get out.
Yeah, my bad. Volpe is the last guy.
I'll be honest. I'm rooting for him to get out.
Yeah, Volpe. Come on, let's not.
Let's not do anything crazy here.
Well, you know he will now because he just seems to do what you don't want him to do. So
yeah, I know. 0-2.
Is there anything else in Belly's box that I need to do? I mean, because there's 0-0.
You can put like GS for Grand Slam if you want.
But like, obviously nothing in the out circle, nothing in the count.
Correct.
The only other thing would just be like GS possibly.
Yeah, and then draw him all the way around and color it in.
Yeah. What do we got? 1-2 on Volpe. Yeah. So does that mean we got? Well, no. Weaver. They probably sat Weaver down. So now
I would say, yeah, he's pitched 2 games. No, he didn't pitch yesterday. Pitched Friday. They're not off tomorrow. I would say it's probably Tim Hill because he was already up moving. Dude, told ya, Credit Cannon might be coming
for Belly.
Dude.
Dude, if I know Yankee fans, they're gonna have that T-shirt of that ball landing and Soto's back to home plate printed by the morning.
For sure.
Printed by the morning.
It's already in the works. Come on, Volpe. Don't mess up my scorecard for just a simple, stupid thing.
Oh, ring him up.
It really, really, really.
Wait, but it won't matter though, right? Because it's the night. It would be you just bump it over to the 9th.
It's true. It's true. It wouldn't mess everything up. Well, we're fine. Doesn't matter. Because the Yanks wouldn't hit again unless the Mets miraculously came back.
Right. So
the only 6-3 for Volpe, by the way, for the 3rd out.
Was that 2-2?
Full count.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
What's
Cabrera's line? Oh, we couldn't have closed. We closed out Stanek's line when he had guys on base.
That's what I got a pencil for.
Yeah.
All right, hear me out though.
Idiot. That's on me. That's on me.
All right, so Volpe, where is he? Okay. Wait, where did it go? Oh, where's my pencil? This is really hard.
Yeah.
This is Volpe.
Yeah.
Okay, so go all the way over. Okay,
what a night, by the way.
That's 6-3 that we just saw to end the inning.
Yeah.
If he had singled, does that mean who's underneath him? LeMahieu?
Yeah, you start going in the 9th.
So
you cross out 9 up top and put 8.
Right. So LeMahieu would just start here in the 9th, and then you just keep going. You'd keep going down. Right.
Yeah.
Like LeMahieu, if you bat it around, LeMahieu's AB starts right here.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
You just cross out the 9 up top and put 8.
Right.
Now my father-in-law is texting me because he's pissed about that grand slam. Because he had the Yankees winning in the under 9.5. And that just put it to 10.
Sports betting has ruined sports.
He said, unbelievable. Gonna go cut my throat. I had under 9.5. Should have never lost.
Yeah, that seems like a totally rational response to losing a Sunday night baseball bet. All right, so
we gotta fix Stanek's line.
I got it.
It's my fault. That was dumb. That was dumb.
Stupid, dude. All right, so
for those wondering, for those unfamiliar, what I'm referring to is the fact that like Stanek, we closed out his line, but Stanek still had base runners that were his responsibility on base when that happened. So some of those runs go to him. They don't all go to Cabrera, but that's what we're going to work out. And I called it. Tim Hill, by the way.
I got it. Hold on.
You do that, and I'll keep you up to date for Nimmo.
Yep. Cynic, okay. Third. 2 minutes.
We got 0-2 on Nimmo.
Runs. Wow, only 1 earned run for Stanek of the 4.
Yeah, because anything that happens after that error,
Oh yeah, true.
because he shouldn't have been on base. I think what was it? Vivas on third was like the only one that his responsibility, something like that.
Cabrera, assuming his night's done. Well, yeah, unless the Mets come
My
out.
wife is never cooking, but I always hear pots and pans when we're recording. Every time. We're never cooking. She's not cooking in there. She picked up food. But I hear pots and pans.
Sometimes you just got to rattle them around just to remind yourself what you're capable of doing if you put your mind to
Every
it.
time. Still 0-2, by the way.
Okay, 1 walk, 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 earned runs. Yeah, dude. If I didn't have game day or somebody else, I'm toast.
Yeah.
Jeez, still 0-2 for Nimmo?
That's also a hard thing to do. That's not an easy thing to do to your scorebook, by the way, when you have a situation like that where a reliever gets pulled mid-inning, he's still responsible for runs. Like, honestly, I'll be 100% transparent. I never put pitching information when I keep book. Ever. I don't even put who's pitching. I just don't care. I might write their name, like I'll skip a spot in the lineup and put them in like the 11 spot, but I'm not keeping track of anything they did for the game. And that's just me.
Well, I mean, for the sake of like, if you did, I know we were talking about earlier, like if you scored like an important game,
Like a true book, you would want that.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is like if you wanted to like frame it or something for as an example. I mean, like I've framed some of these scorebooks from like the 40s.
Yeah.
Like if you did want to do that, then you could always just go back after the fact, like I just did, and like complete some guys' lines or something. But like that's much easier to do than backtracking like ABs and things like that.
It's on me, dog. It's on me. I'll wear this one. Well, I almost had a clean teaching night, but this just shows you that keeping book, you sometimes just get wrinkles. Sometimes there's wrinkles tossed in.
Just makes me appreciate our the parents and the team moms and dads that did this.
Yeah.
All those games.
Important jobs back then.
With, as I mentioned, a lot less cohesion to those games. Like just kids running around like chickens with their head cut off. This, you got, you're taking it pitch by pitch, but
it's true.
Freaking Johnny steals second.
Then how many rundowns? How many pickles did we get in?
How many pickles? Kid on first starts crying.
Yeah, like it's everything.
Dead balls called, like just chaos.
Yeah. How many errors were scored as hits just to be friendly to the
That too. And then the score, because you had a scorekeeper for each team, they start getting into a fight, which legitimately happened.
Oh yeah,
like you get in disputes over calls and things.
It's 5-4.
Top
of 6.
I have it as 5-4.
It's the 5th.
The umpire's just like, I just want to go home. Don't yell at me.
Oh, it's so true. I wasn't even paying attention. I think that was F7.
Flies out to Bellinger. Yeah. Was that? I had it at 2-2. Is that right?
Yeah. 1-2, I think, but I could be wrong.
No, it was definitely 2-2. I just didn't know if it was 3-2. That's F7.
There's the knee down for Volpe.
That's so weird.
I know. Doesn't it look stupid too?
Like, be an athlete, Volpe.
That's what I'm saying.
Doing. So that's a G7 or a G6. Have we had
6'3" guy?
I'm looking
caught
at this.
up. You got caught up.
I
fly
admit
ball.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, I know what a 6'3" is. I made many in my life. I was the victim of many 6'3s. What I'm saying though is I'm sitting here going, have we had any G's this game? That's clearly why not.
I don't recall any G's.
What a stupid move that was. I'm not an idiot, I swear. I know what a 6'3" is. The hat's not looking all that bright right now.
That was
tough. But again, this is scorekeeping. I haven't kept score before.
Yeah.
So, different ball game here, different side of the fence, if you will.
It's very true.
Was that Beatty that had the ground out?
That was. This is
So he stayed in the game. And that
Alvarez 1-2.
was the Beatty first pitch.
Yeah.
Alvarez, we got 1-2. All right. On home stretch here. Final. Oh, guy.
Easy, guy.
Look
Just
at this
stealing
guy.
the show from the kids. Sit down.
I bet you that guy's kept book a time or two.
Tough, man. That's just a tough angle to get the zoom in.
Yeah, that was wild. 2-2. I love it. I love it.
I'm proud of you, man. Good, solid job.
Hey,
for the
thank
first
you.
time.
Before last pitch here, just a quick thank you to our dear friend Nate here for helping me out, for helping some people in the chat out who are learning. And like you said, this isn't going to be the last time. We're going to try to do this more.
Yeah, and you'll start to do stuff how you like to do it, and it's kind of your way of going about it. And that's a 6-3 to end it for the Yankees sweep over the Mets this weekend. Woo!
Yeah, that's ugly.
It's been a tough few days for Julie as a Dodger fan, so I'm glad she.
Yeah, dude, we didn't even mention on the pod about the Chris Taylor DFA. That kind of came out of nowhere.
Dude, him and Austin Barnes in the last few
That's
days.
true. Yeah, man. Dodgers shaking some things up. All right. Is any final marks that I got to make to sort of put a stamp on this thing?
No. I mean, that's it. You just throw. I mean, if you want to finish out lines, we can definitely run through that if you feel.
Well, it's just Tim Hill, I think.
No, I meant like the overall lines of like the ABs. Do you have that AB section over to the right? Where it's like AB runs, hits, RBIs, where you can do it for each guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to you if you want to do that, but I'm
always
cool
do that
with
after
whatever.
the fact. Dang. All right.
I'm cool with whatever.
What did Tim Hill finish with? An inning? Oh, zeros across the
inning.
board.
Yeah,
Zeros
zeros across the board with one inning.
Wait, did I miss somebody?
Did you get Devin Williams in there for the Yanks?
Oh, shoot. No. I can add him.
He had one punch out. The rest were zeros. One full inning.
No walks, no hits, anything?
Yeah. Correct. And let's see. We had 1, 2, 3.
First game of scorekeeping in the books. By the way, I had somebody in the comments say, "Who says keep book?" I'm like,
That's all I've ever said is keep book.
Yeah,
If
what
you, who like
I don't know who asked that, but
I
there's somebody
can
in the
literally hear my high school coach being like, "Who's going to keep book today?" Like,
yeah,
like I can hear
somebody
it
in the
my-
chat on the TikTok I put out that I keep mentioning was like, who like for real? Who says keep book? I'm like, if you've been around a baseball field, pretty much anybody you've heard say it. Tim Hill. Devin had 1K. The rest was zeros. And
I
then-
have 3 hits for the Mets.
yeah.
And one. No. 2 costly errors for the Mets.
Very.
One very costly.
Very. Peter, what are you doing, guy? Yeah, I'll tally these totals after the fact, but I think that should handle business for my first game keeping book. How about it? I made some team moms and dads proud tonight.
I think you did, bud. I think you did.
Coming full circle. How about that? Wrapping us up here. Again, shout out to our good friend Nate here for leading the way.
That was fun.
That was fun.
It still keeps me on my toes. There's still, and there's so many wacky things that didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
we
I'm
had no double plays.
Yeah. I mean, a couple fielder's choices are close on some double plays, but
We had no double plays, which is insane.
some things I'm sure we'll encounter in future streams.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be doing more of this. Maybe once a month or so, we'll pick a Sunday night stream to do it, so you guys can make plans to do that. Make sure you get your book if you want to do this in the future. If you already know, or if you want to learn and you're gearing up for next time, get your book. It's this one. This is the one Nate recommends. Again,
Rawlings
it's
is
the
the
Rawlings Deluxe Big Book Deluxe Edition. You can find it on Amazon. I saw in the chat that it's selling at Walmart apparently. George in the chat, gonna start taking it with you to games. Honestly, like if we just hit up like a Nats game down the road on like a Saturday or Sunday one time, I might.
Yeah.
I honestly might.
I would agree. I think
No,
that's the move.
but again, thank you to Nate. You're a great teacher. That was fun.
Thanks, man.
Did a great
Appreciate
job.
That was fun.
That was a good time. And again, we'll be doing this for future Sunday night streams. Not every one, maybe like once a month, like I said. But other than that, thank you to everyone in the chat that joined us. This was a blast. Trying to think. If you're new, if you found us from the TikTok that I put out, sort of.
Oh, that's true. Maybe you
sort of
just
promoting
thought
this.
that this is what we do. No, we have a podcast.
We have podcasts. If you're new,
Yeah.
check out the podcast, talking Major League Baseball twice a week, talking current events and things of that nature. So check us out on that. Trying to think. If you like the hat, if you're looking at maybe some other merch, check out our shop. Just Google us, the 30 Take, the number 3-0 Take, and just Google that shop.
If you love the sound of us chewing seeds in your ear, go to Chinook, get seeds, use our promo code, get a discount.
Use our promo code 30Take, THREEOHTAKE. Get a discount. I think that checks all the
That'll do
boxes. I think that checks the boxes.
All right. Good game, man. Good game. That's
was
a
good.
good that's a good sweep.
No, I hate
that
I hate that it came at the expense of Yankees win, but that was good time. So again, major shout out to those of you that joined us. This was a blast.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, this was fun.
Keep an eye out for future announcements about the next time we'll do it. Probably sometime. We're already approaching late May, so probably be sometime in June. Keep an eye out. We'll do scorekeeping for beginners as we did tonight, and otherwise keep an eye out for the pod episode drop today. So if you need to start your week off with a nice recap of what's been going on in baseball, check out the 30 Take and kick off your week with that. Other than that, though, I think that's all we got.
That's all we got, man. Good stuff. I'm gonna go have dinner.
Peace.
Bye.